that bourbon and them other shiny things. The smoke hangs heavy around the room, the glasses start to clink. My trouble's drifting down the drain. I try my best not to think. Just the sound of my good buddies laughing at the joke. The stories flowing from our lips beneath the bourbon smoke. Yeah, the Thursday night blues are calling my name. Pour another glass, put out the work week's flame. Got the boys on the TV screen talking about that bourbon and them other shiny things. Some folks chase the money, some chase a different kind of thrill. But all I want on a Thursday night is to let this old heart be still. Just a little bit of amber liquid and a few good souls to share. Knowing come tomorrow morning we'll still be standing there. Yeah, the Thursday night blues are calling my name. Pour another glass, put out the work week's flame. Got the boys on the TV screen talking about that bourbon and them other shiny things. Yeah, bourbon and Ballz, pouring out that bourbon till the bottle's gone. And the Friday sun rises. That's a Thursday night blue. I'm drinking with my friends. Yeah, we know it's early, but we can't wait for the weekend. We're in a hurry, cause we're thirsty again, but we're not worried when we're saying what we mean and what we meant. Honest camaraderie is something like the lottery. So all I ask.
Good evening, and then McBurney fans, it's going to be an epic night. Yeah, it's going to be quite the night, and strap on. Strap on? No, strap on. Strap on?
You.
It took all of 5 minutes.
Strap in. Strap in.
Put a strap on and strap in.
That's not. All right, let's just get. Oh my God, I can't even strap in or whatever. Just get in for the ride.
You said it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's funny and gross at the same time. You know that montage video we did? There's Ashley sucking on it raw day.
You just wish it was you. You just wish it was you.
What?
All right, so we just got canceled.
What the hell?
That's no.
Dude.
No.
What the? Oh my God. That's Weller. Knows that. Good God. Man, he just, something died. Holy.
That's bad. What did they feed him today, dude? I thought you. Oh,
Good, you can't even breathe here. Oh, that's gonna throw a nosing off. Oh my God, I can't even.
I can reach out. That could be one of our things we do. You know, we're talking about doing these commercials or these ads or these videos for these different products. I can reach out to a manufacturer that makes them today, get one, and you do the video. And sit there and go, oh. I'm riding the bike and going.
Put the glitter in my hand. I'm starting to become immune to press. This doesn't even bother me anymore.
That's right.
Oh.
I'm like, that smells pretty good.
Yeah, we know it's early, but we can't wait for the weekend. Let's get on with the show with you all, with our friends from Bourbon and Ballz. Enjoy the show and have a great weekend. Hey! Keep on chasing highs.
There's shit everywhere.
Who's that?
Bourbonado Jeremy.
Oh, nice. Very good. Welcome.
Hey, everybody.
Hey guys.
Welcome to Bourbon and Ballz. But tonight is a Balls night.
It is.
out, baby.
Ballsy,
Yes, it is.
ballsy.
This is gonna be the first time, and hopefully sometime be reoccurring. Probably like once a month. Or I know we got back-to-back episodes of sports, but maybe like once a month we'll sprinkle in some sports. I know we do it on our Patreon, all that kind of stuff. But man, what a way to have a first guest, and we'll talk about him here in a moment. I'm very, very excited. Even though if you're not a Cincinnati Reds fan, if you're a baseball fan, period, I think you're going to hear some cool stories tonight, and maybe stories that we have not heard about. And you know, we need it right now, especially locally. I'd rather be talking about the dynasty of Cincinnati Reds and current state of the Reds. Maybe he'll have some opinion on that too. But all right, that being said, so we have that tonight, and then in the 9 o'clock hour, we got some pours that we're gonna go over to with you guys, and we have some new, fresh announcements to make, including a brand new barrel pick that has been confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get in more details that later on, and we'll also talk about our Watch Hill Proper Festival this weekend.
Yes.
That will be attending. Real quick, our Fantasy Football League is now officially full. We have now 3 leagues. We have the Colonel League, the Kool-Aid League, Monty League. So those leagues are now full, and bottles will be announced well, throughout the season, depending on what bottles we run into at the festivals. I think we'll get something nice for you all. Depending on which league you're in, we slotted. We determine on what bottle you could win.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my league's going to be the best.
You're in the lowest league. No, I'm just kidding. They're all good leagues, honestly. So we're excited about that. And thank you, everybody, for playing. It's going to be a fantastic year in fantasy football. So, all right, we won't get too much into bourbon right now. We'll do that here in the 9 o'clock hour. Tyler, if you want to get us through the hellos, and let's see who's in chat, and then we'll get on to our guest.
All right. We have Dave Oglesang. who says hashtag Go Cubs.
Oh, come on.
Way to start off the show. Go
Somebody
Cubs.
kick him out.
Yeah.
Kick him out.
we'll see how that goes.
CA Scotty, cheers to you. Our pregame winner, Bourbonado Jeremy, cheers.
CCA Scotty, the hashtag Rose Hall of Fame.
Oh,
That's what
Yeah,
brother. So there you go. All right, go ahead.
all right. Let's get through. Gandy Road, cheers to you.
Gandy.
Yes.
Then Gerald Romine, cheers.
Jerry? Somebody.
Patrick Littledew, cheers.
Thanks for joining.
Michael Bortner, cheers. Scott Gallagher, cheers.
We'll see you on Saturday, buddy.
See Dave Renstrom, cheers.
Sweet.
And we got a special gift for Dave coming your way because he's been helping us out last week. And thanks again, Dave, for helping us out for that 3-day bender that we did.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, so it was a 3-day bender.
Yeah. I had to take a couple days off.
It was tiresome.
Yeah.
Keith Glendon, cheers.
Jeez.
Tamara Adams, cheers.
Hey,
Maybe.
Man, everybody talking to each other. So while he's doing that, unless you got somebody else.
Ben.
Ben Gillette,
Okay.
cheers.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, real quick, when I see somebody, of course, I always stop and pause.
Squirrel.
Right.
Squirrel.
The Big Bourbon Club. We're going to be doing some more things. You're going to hear about them more. I encourage you guys to go over there. Go to thebigbourbon.club.com. I encourage you guys to get into their app. We're getting a little bit more active in their app as of late. We put some announcements in there.
Yeah, we got our own channel in there now too.
Yeah. So it acts like a Discord, and I know that you guys don't have enough Discord in your life. But anyways, go check it out. Anyways, we're gonna do some upcoming things that yet to be announced. But they're great people. We've known them for a few years now.
Yeah.
And they're somebody that I think we want to continue to have a relationship with. So you're going to see some things down the road with Ben, Harold, Ashley, Sandy.
Yeah, we need
and
to
the rest
get.
of the gang.
We've had Steve on many
Yeah.
times. We need to get Ben on for the
Yeah, like almost like the 2.0
right. Yep.
release. But anyways, Ben, cheers and thanks, brother, for coming on.
Keith P, cheers. Alan Adams, cheers. Princess Approved, cheers.
Yes, I'm glad she found over. She was on the wrong stream earlier today.
Zach McCormick, cheers.
Zach.
Sandy Jones,
The other Big Bourbon Club.
Uh-huh.
cheers to you.
She was at Cox Creek today.
Jeez.
Crappie Cat, cheers to you. Jay Cornett, cheers to
Who
you.
goes there more? You or Sam?
Tom
Sandy
Black,
by far.
cheers.
Come on.
Jim Turner.
Jim Turner, cheers.
Yes, he's in our
Uh,
Oh, which by the way,
Right.
reminds me when I saw Jim's name is also we're gonna spin for the Elijah Craig 21 raffle.
Yes.
It filled up pretty quick. I think it only made it to the second tier.
Wow.
So we'll spin that tonight as well. We're gonna do it. Actually, not spin. We're gonna duck it.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
let's see.
Brian, I hope you feel
cheers.
better, brother.
Yeah, that was a gash.
Jeff
Jeez.
from Bourbon and Ballz,
Hey,
cheers
how
to
do you
you.
guys?
Elijah Craig, cheers to you.
Hola, back to yourself, my friend.
I do that just to
Oh, what?
Just to poke,
Uh,
put himself in the
John Slimlett,
John.
Hey,
cheers
John.
to you.
Yes, football is back.
Hashtag
Yes.
Reds.
We're gonna talk about the Reds tonight, but yes, football is back.
Matt Bykowski, cheers to you.
Which, by the way, I know the Bengals are playing Detroit. If anybody gets hurt, I don't want to hear about it.
You want to know the score?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say I got the score.
Oh, I don't really care about the score.
All right, well, it's 10-0 right now, Bengals.
Oh, nice.
Christy Romine, cheers to you. John Morgan,
John.
cheers.
Yes, hashtag Reds, guys.
Husky Dog, cheers. Duran, cheers.
Nice.
West Virginia Bourbon Guy, cheers.
What's
Thanks
up,
for
buddy?
coming.
Northern Kentucky Dog, cheers. Jenny Bykowski, cheers. Dan Bullen, cheers.
And he's brand new to the channel, so if you guys would please give a nice Bourbon and Balls hello to Mr. Dan Bullen. He comes over from another channel. He's all over the place, but he wandered over here, and hopefully he sticks around.
Cheers, Dan.
It says he's been doing the bourbon thing for about 2 years
Oh,
now.
there you go.
You're learning a lot here, brother.
Big Bourbon Club, cheers.
Hey,
think that would be good.
Probably. Yep.
Tracy Siliorki, cheers.
Oh, Tracy, check your direct message on Discord, please.
Marty from Whiskey Nose, cheers.
Marty, cheers, brother.
Show me the proof.
Hey.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers.
See, Michael Bortner, cheers.
Hey, Justin's here.
Justin.
Justin.
Shows up after I told him he won a gift certificate.
Elijah Craig says number 14 should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yep, amen. We're gonna have, hopefully Jeff will give us some more insight on that.
John Shank, cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Man, oh man.
Snow Baboon, cheers.
Cheers.
And thank you for those that are doing super chats. We'll make sure to highlight those at the end of the show. Hat Trick Junkie, cheers. OG Bob.
Oh, nice. He's going to be going with us as well to watch Hill Proper.
Yeah. Bob, Jeff and I watched the Odyssey, brother. So
Man, I'll tell you what. What'd you think?
yeah, I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
Anyway, you got to brush up
Timber.
on your Rome or your Greek history.
Yeah.
And gods, but yeah. it's
Timber, cheers.
Timber.
Jeffrey Wack, cheers.
Hello, what's your friends? You get Ashley?
Jeremy Dirks, cheers.
Anyway, let's move.
good. No.
Did you
Did
already
you get
get
Ashley?
I did not.
Oh,
on
boy,
me.
Tyler.
Tyler,
Yeah.
Did you get
Ash-
Harold? I didn't see Harold either.
I have not seen Harold yet.
No.
No, where is Ashley? This is Harold.
Tyler.
Just a wild Harold running around, and that is it.
All right, very good. All right, folks, let's see how this thing works, because this is our very first sports guest, and what a courageous man he is for coming on. Real quick, did you do a background? You did not. So we're gonna bring him on. What's this gonna look like when we put this on? It's gonna be last week's, isn't it? Hold on one second.
Hello.
All right,
Hey Jeff, how you doing?
Good. Can you hear me?
Welcome, bro.
Yes, how you doing, sir?
Doing well. Doing well.
I applaud you for being courageous for coming on, first and foremost. You just never know how these things go. And you are our very first. So this will be at Bourbon and Ballz trivia. Who was our first sports guest? And it's going to be you. Your answer is going to be Jeff Suess. Did we pronounce that correct, by the way?
It's cease, like cease and desist.
Jeez.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right.
He's been telling us all week. But anyways, we're going to blame him.
It's my fault.
Yeah, it's his fault. So, all right. So, guys in chat, as always, if you guys have any questions, obviously Cincinnati Reds or baseball in general, I would imagine, feel free to start with a Q or a question mark. Tyler will catch it. Nevertheless, let's get this interview started. So, tell us real quick, as far as your background, as far as what made you write about Cincinnati Reds, and I'd imagine it has to do with your profession, perhaps. But if you could let us know what gets you all started.
Sure. So I am the librarian and history columnist for the Cincinnati Enquirer, and being keeper of the archives and stuff for quite a while now. And I write about historic baseball stories. So I've written about all of the World Series teams from 1919, 1940, 39, even 61. Not so much 90 because that's less old history, but I've kind of well versed in the highlights of Red's career. I'm not originally from Cincinnati. I grew up in California, but I've been here since '98, and started going to Reds games in the '99 season when it was that season we just missed out in the playoffs by by was it half a game or that playoff that they had. And so I've done some other book projects outside of this, and I have a book about Cincinnati history that, of course, has lots of Reds in it. The first night game, and of course, first professional team. All those highlights of Cincinnati history. So when sometimes sports projects come up, and I ended up co-writing a book on the Bengals a few years ago when they went to the Super Bowl. We had to do a real quick turnaround, and I had a co-author on that. And so I've started to put together these kind of like big picture book, coffee table types of the teams. And essentially what happened with these books in particular is when Pete Rose died, there's a company called Pediment that reaches out to newspapers all over the country whenever some big news event happens, when the Pope dies, when whoever wins the World Series or the Super Bowl, and they immediately go to the closest newspaper and have them put together a quick book going through all the archives. And so when Pete Rose died, they said, they came to the Enquirer and said, put together a tribute book to Pete Rose. And they said, well, Jeff, you've done these kind of things before. You're in charge of this. So that's how I got involved in doing the Pete Rose book. And I can talk about some of the process and stuff. But as soon as the book came out, they said, hey, it's the 50th anniversary of the Big Red Machine. Why don't we do a book about that as well? And so I ended up starting all over again, and in a few months putting together a kind of a companion book on the Big Red Machine.
Wow.
Okay.
So maybe we'll have you back for another day for Bengals talk, or maybe we can cram it in tonight's too as well. But I didn't realize that you had some knowledge in that. So as far as when you started researching the Big Red Machine, I know there's probably tons of stories, and it's probably not enough to go through tonight. But if you could maybe share maybe a story that most people do not have not heard before, that you think that would be of some interest.
Well, what we did kind of with the book projects is this was kind of going through the Enquirer archives and pulling out the best stories that kind of tell the story of the Big Red Machine. And so I read through a lot of the archives over the years and trying to see, and it was fun to think about those stories that you've heard people chatting about all the time, like when Sparky Anderson was hired and they said, Sparky who, going back and actually reading those stories, reading about the different game stories. So I don't know if I have a huge surprise, but Big Red Machine was, I was too young to really appreciate that kind of stuff in their heyday. So for me, it was always in the past, and being able to go back and read these game stories at the time, and you really get in the moment. And then with YouTube and stuff, you can see a lot of those old games and kind of get and appreciate exactly how talented the team really was. And one of the stories that I worked on myself was going through the statistics of, how good were the 75 and 76 series teams compared to like the 27 Yankees or the 39 Yankees and some of that. And talking to some other baseball experts, from the Reds Hall of Fame and Greg Rhodes and some of the folks, and kind of getting a sense of, how great they really were. And, so that was a lot of fun to be able to kind of bring them back to life, and you get excited about, sometimes, Pete Rose, you get a lot of the baggage over the years of complications and stuff. But when you go back and read the baseball stories, it's pure baseball, and he's just a phenomenal player. And that kind of came back to life for me going through these. So that was a lot of fun. And the one that kind of stuck out with me too on it was a story that Gordon, our current Reds writer, did kind of on the an untold legacy of Pete Rose. And it was kind of more than that, but it was like the leadership in the locker room between Pete and Tony Perez and Joe Morgan and Johnny Bench, and how the four of them were like the pillars, and that when anyone else came into the locker room, it was whatever those guys said, and that they had really diverse backgrounds. Pete Rose, when he first got into the league, he was not accepted immediately by the teammates because he was replacing a popular player, but he was hanging out with Frank Robinson and Vida Pinson. And so you had some of the minority players that he was with. And so when like Tony Perez comes along a couple of years later, there was they were just ball players, and a lot of the tensions that baseball has in other areas they didn't have in the Reds locker room, and that leadership. You can see why, particularly those four pieces throughout the 70s, and then when you lose one of those pieces, it doesn't click quite so well.
Yep.
So that was kind of an interesting, I thought, an insight to how the teams were composed, not just from a baseball sense, but teammates.
How do you think Sparky had any kind of what kind of influence do you think Sparky had on that? In the locker room?
Sparky, from what I've read in the interviews, it sounds like Sparky was great at knowing when to let the players be the players and let them kind of steering them in that direction. So, they knew that, Tony Perez was the heart and soul of the team. And so when Joe Morgan had a problem, Sparky would go to Tony and say, like, hey, go check out Joe, and so it was that kind of stuff that they kind of knew what needed to be done. Sparky was very well liked from everything, all the stories. And he was a great judge of not only talent, but of the right character and chemistry that they needed.
All right, very good. So we do have some guest questions, if you don't mind. We're going to get through those. Tyler, go ahead with the first one.
Yeah. So Keith Glennon wants to know, when are the Reds going to get serious and return to the Reds of old?
You knew that was coming.
Is this a question for me in general?
Yes.
I think the Terry Francona hire was a step in the right direction. Unfortunately, I think he may be a little too far in his career to be here long enough to kind of get things going with that. But I don't know. It's really tough. You hate to complain about, the budgets and the small market team and stuff. But, as good as the Reds can be, then they're going to have to face the Dodgers and the Mets and, the huge juggernauts. It feels a lot like, the A's of the early 2000s, where we get these great talents like Ellie and stuff that can we keep them,
Right.
when the first contracts are up. And it's just, I think it's just the realities of how baseball is today, the financials.
It's kind of like the Bearcats. You get a good coach in, it's basically a stepping stone to something bigger.
Yeah, you need.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say you need someone to be dedicated to say, no, I'm going to be sticking around. And I mean, even with keeping the local connections, for a long time we had some stability with Marvin Lewis with the Bengals, until it wasn't working anymore. But it was just, a solid team for a long time. And then with Zach, it's kind of, you need to let a little bit of time to let that build up, but someone who's not going to go and take the next job. But you get into the sports contracts and stuff, it becomes a much more complicated animal to keep track of.
Yeah.
So with baseball, so I've been, obviously we follow the sportscasters, and we listen to the ESPN people or whoever that we listen to. And it sounds that the consensus is that next year there probably will be a work stoppage with baseball. And it's almost like it's needed, especially after what the Dodgers did at the trade deadline. It just seemed like it just exacerbated that issue to where at some point push is going to come to shove, and they are going to ask for some sort of a true salary cap. You got any thoughts on that? Do you think they will come to a work stoppage?
I mean, this, I probably read the same stories and stuff that you guys do, but it seems that way to me as well. I'm more of the librarian than the sports. My knowledge is more as the thing, and I don't have a ton of insight with that. But I do think that it's where it's kind of leading.
Sure. All right, Tyler, go ahead.
All right. Our next question comes from Elijah Craig. Can you tell us about Ken Griffey Jr., what he was like off the field?
I don't have any firsthand knowledge, but I knew Trent Rosecrans fairly well. He's now with The Athletic, and he was with us, and he's close with Griffey, and they would hang out together and communicate all the time and stuff. It seemed like Griffey was a pretty good guy to hang out with. I don't know exactly as a teammate exactly, but from the reporter's perspective, he was pretty well liked. And it was nice. He didn't seem to take too much of the superstar attitude. At least that was my kind of observation from that.
Yeah,
But
I remember hanging out.
I never met him myself, so.
I remember hanging out with him when we were kids. When he played for Moeller baseball, we played against him several times. I went to Middletown, and he was always a good, decent guy back in the day. So, that's what I remember.
So, with the recent passing, and I don't know how long ago Dave Parker passed away. It's recent, I believe.
He was right before he made it in. I mean, he was elected, but hadn't had the hall ceremony, if I remember right.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, people like him, I guess we all know, the red or the bench and the roses. As far as that 75 team and whatnot, who would you say, as far as when it comes to that, would be the one that I guess is maybe the unsung hero of that team, perhaps?
I think Concepcion gets overlooked a lot. In his day, he was one of the best shortstops in the game. The problem is that the position changed over the years, and you have a lot better hitting shortstops than you did back then, where it was really just good defense. And so I think he actually had a pretty good argument for the Hall of Fame back if he could have gotten in back in the early days. Now he's competing against the Jeters and Ripkins and stuff that it's like, okay, well, these numbers don't quite add up to that. But, he was one of the top in his field for, 15 years or more, and all the years they had, Rose and not Bench. Bench was kind of a different. Bench was a unicorn, out there with his abilities. But Morgan and Perez and Rose, Sparky, they all got let go at some point, but they kept Concepcion his entire career. He was. The real cog of everything was Tony Perez, and that's why the Big Red Machine sort of started falling apart, is without him there. So I think that's pretty well known. But Concepcion is someone that he doesn't get the Hall recommendation, and I think he was the next one up of the four. He would be the next one that I would say was key to the team. But Foster had a great couple of years there. They were key. They were all. I mean, there's not a bad guy on the grade 8, and anybody would have been thrilled to have any of them on their team.
So, Jeff, I heard that Pete said that the 1970s team was the best team, not even of of 75. Is that true, or you think it's?
I mean, I've heard both him and Bench say that in the 70s season, and I'm suddenly blanking on names. They had a great pitcher, Simpson, maybe it was, that was doing really well and got hurt towards the end. And when he got hurt, the pitching just kind of fell off. And so they were really, this is Johnny Bench at his prime, before his surgery and everything that kind of slowed him down a bit. And they were amazing in 70. Of course, they ran into a phenomenal team with the Orioles that year. But I think that sometimes it's like that. It's the team that makes it is actually not the best team, or they get derailed. You think about like the 61 season. I mean, that was an amazing team that just happened to play the Yankees. They could have beat just probably anybody else, except that they had a study the other day where they released the top like 15 or 20 baseball teams of all time, and the 75 and the 76. I think it was Sporting News had released it. Okay. And both the 75 and 76 Reds teams were on. I think they were numbers 6 and 7 or 5 and 6, something like that. They were too low. I mean, they should have been higher on the list, in my opinion. But what was interesting is that someone noted that something like 4 of the Reds' opponents in the World Series that beat them were also in that top, 20
Oh, that's good. Sure.
and it was like, the 39 Yankees, it was just like, that's so it's nothing to be, be sneezed at. The 1970 was the Orioles were another one that made that list. It's like, those were good teams. But I think what really turned it on was getting Joe Morgan. They suddenly had someone who was, a 5-tool guy, at that point, that they could really depend on. And that's what really kind of made a big difference of why the 75 or even the 72 team was as close as it was what they had in 70. But pitching was just not that the pitching with the Reds was never bad. It was just not phenomenal like some of the Yankees teams had.
Sure.
I actually do have a question for if you were introducing yourself to someone that is new to baseball or new to the Cincinnati Reds, what would be 3 players that you would point them towards that were key of all time in the Reds franchise?
They were key. Pete Rose would have to be in there just because he embodies Cincinnati so much. I see more people get excited talking about Eric Davis than just about anybody else. Even though it should probably say Barry Larkin, but Eric Davis is the one that feels like that's the real excitement. And then someone like Votto for a more recent like this, but part of me says I should go back and say. And this is probably the real answer. It was Frank Robinson, and he was, one of the all-time greats, and should have kept him. That whole trading him as being an old 30, it was just, and that came back to bite them when the Orioles beat them. So I would say Robinson, Rose, and just for fun, Eric Davis.
Okay.
I tell you what, Eric Davis, man, that swing, we all knew that, right? He was the only one with that such a unique swing, and it seemed like. It was amazing that he could even hit a ball the way he was in that batter stance. It's just kind of just loosey-goosey, and he just knew how to do that. And he actually didn't have a bad career with Baltimore when he went there, too. I think he had that famous hitting streak he had, if I remember correctly.
I believe you're right. And I remember when he came back to town, I think he was playing with the Giants at the time, and, he was getting a standing ovation from the crowd because, that 90 season – was out of the blue. Like nobody was quite expecting that to take off the way it did. And I think that's kind of special for people's memories. But we live a lot on the memory of the Big Red Machine and how great they were because, we haven't had nearly as much to cheer about in the last 20 some years.
That 90 team, that was a wire-to-wire team, wasn't it? Is that what they call it? Yeah.
All right. We have some more viewer questions. John Shank wants to know, is that Salem's Lot over your right shoulder?
Yes, it is. Yeah, this is my library, as I call it. So I have a lot of mysteries and science fiction and some horror and stuff. Too many books to fit on the shelf the proper way. So some of them get there's Maltese Falcon back there. A few other great ones.
Gotcha. So with our show being Bourbon and Ballz, a viewer wants to know, do you happen to have a bourbon of choice while you geek out on baseball? Or
I'm not actually a drinker. So I can't. Sorry about that. But
no judgment here.
No,
not at all.
I'm happy to geek out on baseball. Yeah.
No, definitely so. So more on Pete Rose, because I think Pete Rose is such a he's such a divisive character. Obviously with the gambling and whatnot, and I would imagine him doing what he did in Vegas afterwards, post baseball, and just almost like never gave that up as far as just the stereotype of what people thought of him. With Bud Selig and Giamatti and whatnot, is there more you could tell about that as far as their feelings towards Rose? And are there any stories out there that maybe they'll be interested as far as maybe they're either dislike or like it? Is it more just Giamatti that kind of drove this as far as him never getting back in?
Well, from my understanding is that so Giamatti thought that Pete had gambling, and basically they couldn't quite prove that he was betting on baseball or on Reds games. So he's basically kind of banned for gambling on games, but not real specifics. And kind of the idea was that Pete would be banned for a year, because this had happened to some people over the years. If they had associations with a casino or something, they would have a temporary ban, and then he could reapply or apply for reinstatement. But the idea was that he was supposed to repent and give up gambling and seek a change in his life, not just stay the way he was going. And he didn't really do anything to change. But like a week or two after the ban, Giamatti died, and the stress of it was probably a major factor in all that. And so when the next was it Faye Vincent, I believe, was the commissioner next, he basically was sort of like, hey, I'll respect Giamatti's wishes that he's banned, and kind of weren't gonna listen to it. And then this is where I think baseball kind of messed up. I mean, it's not baseball itself, it's actually the Hall of Fame. I think if the Hall of Fame had not tried to keep Pete out, I think it could have been a lot more like a Barry Bonds situation, before Pete, people who were banned for life could still make the Hall of Fame. Shoeless Joe Jackson was just not elected all those years. It wasn't until Pete was on the horizon to being being up for the Hall, that the Hall of Fame changed the rules that if you were banned for life, you couldn't be in the Hall of Fame. And had they not done that and just allowed the voters to decide, I don't think we would be talking so much about whether he's in or not. We don't talk about Barry Bonds and say, oh my gosh, he should be in the Hall of Fame. He had the option, the opportunity, and he didn't make it. That's just kind of it, really. But with Pete, it just seemed such a travesty that from the baseball standpoint that he wasn't in the Hall. And it wasn't so much that people wanted him reinstated for baseball. They wanted him in the Hall because they wanted to celebrate the accomplishments, what it meant to the team, what it meant to baseball, what it meant to Cincinnati. I don't think anybody was sitting here saying, gee, I really want Pete to be reinstated so he can manage the Reds again. It was, even though he was a pretty good, decent manager. So I think that is where it kind of made it a little more fractured than it really needed to be. But then Pete did not help at all by never doing anything to stop the gambling. He didn't admit it until 20 years later, and he did that only when he had a book to sell. And it's there's a lot of the negative side of Pete that and I think all of us in Cincinnati have to kind of wrestle with all the time. And when I was starting putting together the book on Pete, the tribute to his entire life, it was like, well, we got to talk about those other stuff. There are the stories about being banned and story about him in Vegas signing autographs and all that stuff, because that's also who Pete is. But again, going back and reading those stories, like the 1970 All-Star Game, and the collision with Fosse, and how pivotal he was with the 75 series. One of my favorite Pete Rose just moments that I like to talk about with the kind of the unsung is in, and you guys correct me if I'm mixing up my games, but I'm pretty sure it was in Game 7 in the 75 series, and he was at first base. They were down by 3 runs, and he was at first, and Johnny Bench hit into an obvious double play, and Pete was running hard to second, and he recognized that the shortstop was a replacement. He was a second stringer, and he knew that he could intimidate him by being Pete Rose. So he kind of slid hard towards the guy. So he jumped and couldn't make the throw to first to get Johnny Bench out because he knew that if I spook him, he won't be able to make the play. So Rose is out, and in the box score it says, fielder's choice, and he's out. Next batter is Perez, and he hits a 2-run homer, and they're suddenly just down 3-2. That doesn't happen if Pete doesn't make that play. It's a small thing that you don't even see in a box score, but that really kind of defines the baseball IQ that Pete had. That made the difference. And that's the kind of stuff that I think we should really emulate and push for people, is to do the extra yard. Why not hustle to first base? Why not do that extra? Pete Rose was not the most talented player, not even on his own teams. He wasn't the most talented player in his high school teams, but he worked harder than everybody else. And you see that with, who's the best wide receiver of all time? Jerry Rice, because he worked harder, not because he was the most talented, even though he's very talented. But, you look at what Brady has done, with his studying of games and Peyton Manning, and, not everybody. Griffey's really, really talented, but, Pete Rose, and you look at his resume, and my goodness, he's, should Pete be in the Hall from his resume? Absolutely. He's one of the all-time 10, 15 best players, not from talent, but from, his hustle.
Yeah. Jeff, have you watched the HBO series on Charlie Hustle at all?
I started it, and then I lost the HBO subscription. I was watching with friends, and it so I only got through the first episode.
Yeah, it's pretty good if people want to check it out. It kind of gives Pete like at the end of his era here, and just him.
Remind me or remind everybody else, and I forget where society or maybe baseball has left off with Pete. Where does things stand with him as of right now? Granted, obviously he has left us, but where does he stand right now as baseball?
Kind of complicated. So he has been officially reinstated into baseball because they've ruled that if you die, you're no longer banned. So that's also true of Shoeless Joe and anybody else. So the life that those kind of, even though it wasn't called a lifetime ban, it was called like a permanently ineligible. They basically said, once you're dead, you can be, you're no longer prohibited. So, but because he's missed the window of being voted on, it now goes to some sort of veterans committee. And that's where it's a little hazier from the reading. It's not like the Veterans Committee meets every year. I think he's going to be finally eligible either late this year or early next year, whenever the next voting window is. I think it's end of this year. And then we'll kind of find out. But it's a much smaller group. It's not all of the baseball writers. I think it's actually only like a 10-person. I could be wrong on this, but that's my memory of is it's a much smaller committee. And there's probably a lot of extra ex-players or even Hall of Fame players. So I think we're going to find out in this vote really what the sentiment is within baseball. Because in Cincinnati, we all say he should be in. I mean, a majority, you should say that, not everybody.
Right.
But I think there's a majority. Outside of baseball, they don't they don't see Pete the same way as the West Sider and all that, that we have. So it's a little bit more of a gray area. But the question is, what do the voters, the specific 10 or 15 people or whatever it is, what do they say? And I've heard stories that some veterans over the years were really upset with him for the gambling and not admitting and stuff like that. People like, I think it was Hank Aaron wasn't real thrilled with the idea of him. Maybe it wasn't Hank. I don't want to, credit him or just credit him either way, but it was someone big like that. It was a well-known, everybody knows Hall of Famer. And I think even some of his teammates were kind of annoyed that I think Johnny's been kind of stuck with, because that happened right as he was going into the Hall too. And it kind of took some of the thunder away from Johnny Bench going in, but they're also still friends. They were through the trenches together, but it doesn't mean you don't get annoyed with your brothers. It's so I think there's that. So I think the next whatever that vote is, that committee, we'll kind of see. So my guess is that he won't have enough to get in. That's just a gut feeling. But we'll see whether it's something that could be in a year or two, or I think he might have been able to get in back in like 92 or whatever it was that he was eligible. I think that people were so sort of confused by, and then to complicate all of this, of course, is gambling in baseball is not nearly as verboten as it was in 1989.
Sure. It's promoted now.
Yeah. And it's really hard to say, you can't be gambling involved with the game, and then which is brought to you by DraftKings.
Right. Okay.
Already there.
So, real quick for those baseball people out there, how can they get your books, and where can they find them? And then, you have anything else on the horizon that we should be looking out for?
Well, the two Reds books, the best way to do that is probably to order them from Pediment online. It's the publisher. Just look under, you can see the titles there: Pete Rose, Tribute to a Baseball Legend, or Big Red Machine. What is it? Cincinnati's Dynasty 50 Years Later. And you can just have them directly sent to your house. Last year I was at the Reds Fest and had a little table at the Reds Hall of Fame section. They let us in. Maybe it's something like that again if you ever want an autograph or something like that. I'm happy to do that. But I would go with the website is probably the easiest way. You can probably, they have been in the past been available like Joseph Beth. I just haven't been there in a while to see what the status was. Hopefully they'll get more for the holidays and stuff.
I think I got these on Amazon.
Yeah, you probably, I'm sure you could do Amazon.
Yep.
All right, very good. Go ahead.
Ashley's got a question.
I was gonna say, so do you have anything else coming up on the horizon that we should be looking for?
Not baseball related or sports related. Right now, I'm working on a book on historic Cincinnati maps. That is, it's kind of fun, but not a real baseball book, but it's still Cincinnati history. And I try to write about it. I write a weekly column in the Enquirer, so it's every Sunday, Cincinnati.com and in the paper itself. And when baseball season comes up, I always try to write something about a fun story. Recently, I did. I guess it was about 6 months ago about this project called Gone But None Forgotten, where this guy is helping to get grave markers put up for like Reds players from the 1900s that don't have any graves markers. Stuff like that. Dummy Hoy or Wade Hoyt, some of those interesting names. I try to do something for the anniversaries. And the last couple of years, the books were sort of my contribution to the Reds stuff. But I think, I did the book on the 49ers, and that did well talking to people, but the Reds are just still a different animal in Cincinnati, that even if the team's not doing well, we still remember the great heyday, and there's still a lot of passion about the Reds. Go to opening day, go to the parade and Reds Fests and stuff, and they may not be at every game, all season long, but at the heart, people still passionate about that team.
I think in any sports in any city, it goes for any town that can say as far as like maybe their current sports team is struggling. I think it only enhances the past as far as when they were doing so well. Those conversations probably are much louder than because there's nothing to talk about currently. It's pretty loud now. Say what you will as far as baseball. I don't watch as much as I used to, and maybe it's because just the way baseball's formatted. I still can't get used to the pitch clock thing. That thing, it just drives me nuts as a purist. Something to be said as far as the way it's structured, and hopefully next year when they go on, if they go on strike, and it sounds like they're headed that way, there'll be some sort of. They're the only sports that They're the only sports that doesn't have a salary cap. And look at football in itself, and anybody can win the Super Bowl every year, and that's a true statement. But with baseball, spring training, we all think we're gonna, and we did. The Reds came out of the chute very well in April, and then then became the Reds after that. Anyway, so that being said, I know Ashley has a quick question, and we won't take much more of your time after that. So Scott, Tyler, go ahead.
So Ashley wants to know, we know you don't drink bourbon, but we still have a lot of common as collectors. Is there a collectible that has eluded you?
I'm a big Star Wars fan. It was kind of a big growing up. So I always try to find some of those old Kenner figures.
Kenner ones, wow.
And I don't have I'm more of the collector of, I want to have it, not that I want to sell it, or it doesn't have to be in pristine condition. Just, just having it around to look at and stuff is kind of more fun. So, trying to find some of those figures. Like I said, I don't have the money to buy the ultra rare, $12,000 Boba Fett's, but just getting some of those ones that you didn't have when you were a kid, that you're kind of like, oh yeah, I would like to, to find some of those. So I'm always kind of keeping an eye out for some of those, or a book collection. There might be like that one title that I'm still trying to find, which is why I still go to antique shops and and stuff, looking around and things. My wife says that I don't have one big collection. I have like a collection of collections. So I have comic books or novels or Doctor Who or sports, or it's you can kind of see behind me. It's pretty eclectic stuff back
so
there.
with college football starting up, I see some chat going in right now. Is that something that you follow locally with the Bearcats and whatnot, or
not as much? I'm more of an NFL follower. We didn't have that much when I was growing up in California, where it was important. We were a 49er area, which is doesn't sound too good in Cincinnati, I know, but but the NFL, and then of course fantasy football has made it so that you pay attention to all of those. Every player in every league, and you're like, but so I know much more about NFL than I ever do of college, but still support the Bearcats.
We do. I got to be honest with you. I'm waiting for Satterfield to get ran out of town. I swear I thought he was going to get ran out of town last year, but maybe we're waiting for Fickle to be relieved of his duties at Wisconsin, and he can just come back home.
It's a matter of time.
And I think he would be welcome back. And he could probably rule the Big 12 if he wanted to. I just don't think that's a hard league to win in. Big 10.
I think the changing the leagues has been kind of rough for them. And then again, as you mentioned, the coaches, they suddenly when they finally get decent, they go off somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Both in football and basketball.
Right. So you're living in Cincinnati now. You're from California. You were a 49ers fan. Where's your heart lie today? You a Bengal fan, or are you more of a 49er fan?
It's kind of both, to be honest, as long as they're not playing each other. Those are the so like I was actually at the Hall of Fame this weekend because I wanted to see Roger Craig go.
Oh yeah,
been pushing for that for years. But it was great to have Luke Kuechly going in with the from St. Xavier and then when I was going through the hall, I was looking for the Paul Brown bust and what are the other connections to Cincinnati. There's not enough Bengals in the Hall of Fame. We need to get Ken Anderson in there next.
Is he expired? Is his voting expired yet, or
he was just like Roger Craig? He was in part of the veterans thing, and they had this weird thing. They changed the rules last year, where the veterans who get to the certain level of votes were lumped in with the coaches and the owners. And so when they only voted in one, they actually voted on Roger Craig over Bill Belichick. And
so you think the Hall of Fame
Anderson was in that list of like five,
okay.
but now he's, because of that voting, he's still going up against Belichick and Kraft and with all the Patriot dynasty and stuff, and it's just harder. Again, like with Concepcion, if Anderson had if he'd won the Super Bowl, I think he would have been in long ago. But if he could have gotten in before, because his numbers were really impressive for the era, and now when we look at numbers and we're looking at Drew Brees throwing for 5,000 yards every year, and suddenly, Ken Anderson's numbers don't seem as high. But for his era, he was Drew Brees, and it's a shame that they just didn't, he didn't get the support. And that's another thing. The baseball writers, a lot of the Hall of Fame voters put out their ballots every year, so you can have a discussion about like who voted for whom and stuff like that. And the football one, I think there's just one representative per team, so there's only like 32 voters. And if someone says no, it's really hard to get that change. Where baseball had hundreds of voters and stuff.
How bad do you think? How bad do you think Bill Belichick has pissed off the rest of the owners? Or I mean, they made quite the statement this year with not getting him in.
I think I think that's probably something they're going to keep doing for a while, to do a statement and not allow somebody in their first ballot. Not that they're not going to keep him out of the hall. He'll be in the hall this year probably. But they did that with Terrell Owens. They just didn't like him. I mean, Owens is, third or fourth best receiver in football history, and he took 3 or 4 years to get into the Hall of Fame. That was just them being not happy with him. So I could see that happening to Roethlisberger. I could see that. I don't think it's going to happen to Brady. I think they'll put Brady in right away. But
Ben will be on the first ballot. That'll be it.
Do you see any current players now that maybe they're 8 years in by now and they got enough behind them, if they stay healthy, that maybe trajectory wise they could be looking at something like that?
You mean Bengals in general, or in general?
Well, not Bengals, because obviously we have we have Chase and Burrow, but Burrow's got to stay healthy. But I guess football in general. Do you see any people you like maybe that are been in the league for maybe 6-7 years by now?
Yeah, I mean, there's some folks that I'm trying to think of kind of borderline cases. I think people like Travis Kelce and stuff are pretty obvious to be able to go in. I think what's going to get interesting is kind of those Burrow and Josh Allen kind of guys that, if they don't have a Super Bowl win, those MVPs and stuff are going to be huge. I think there should be a lot more wide receivers in than there are. I don't know why there's, Hines Ward should probably have been in, despite the fact that I can't stand the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hey now.
And I will say this, and this is my 49er assessment, fan assessment. I think Jamar Chase is the real deal. I think he is a phenomenal talent that I see a lot of Jerry Rice in him. And if he can stay healthy, I think it's a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame. But I think if he can stay healthy, I think he can be a top 5 or 6, receiver. Because the difference that made Rice, and every time I see these statistics about Calvin Johnson or even Randy Moss, is that Jerry Rice knew how to score. His number of touchdowns is phenomenally higher than everybody else around him. So you could say, oh, well, the so-and-so has more yards this season than Rice. And how many touchdowns? Oh, we only got a couple, And the difference between Chase and Jefferson is that Chase scores the touchdowns. Jefferson gets the yards, but Chase scores the points. And the object of the game is to score more points than the other team, not get more yards. And if I had to start a team, I'd start with Jamar Chase. He would be probably my top pick. I'm out there. So I think that it's a lot of fun having Burrow and Chase, and T. Higgins is a great one. It's been fun to watch them the last few years. That was fun with the other book project. It was right at that Super Bowl and stuff, and it was the excitement of these young guys. And it's got to stay healthy. If you can keep Burrow healthy, they can beat anybody. But
I just hope Burrow doesn't become Dan Marino, where he goes to the Super Bowl in his early career and then you never see him again. Right? So
yeah, but he's made it where, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, they haven't really been that close. I mean, they've made it to the championship game, but not, the Bengals knock out the Bills head to head, pretty consistently. So, they just need to make it to the playoffs again. They get to the playoffs, they can do all sorts of stuff, but it's.
Well, with the Bengals, I mean, a lot with Burrow, his issue is the offensive line. I mean, they haven't had a decent line to protect him. from day one.
Their defense hasn't been
Yeah.
worth it.
We'll see how that goes. So, all right, Jeff, I appreciate you coming on, and maybe we'd like to hit you up once we get knee deep into football, because I think we could spend quite a bit of time talking about football and with the Bengals and your thoughts on that, since you have some knowledge on that. But I do appreciate you coming on Bourbon and Ballz tonight. Again, for trivia, I appreciate you being our first guest and taking that first step as far as us trying to bring sports onto this. Next week we have Carl Pickens on, so that'll be a pretty cool show. You got anything about him that you would like us to know about?
No, I think he's another phenomenal talent that we get overlooked. There's a handful of guys from the Bengals teams in the 90s that if they hadn't played in Cincinnati would have been household names. Pickens is one of them. I mean, Corey Dillon. Corey Dillon has a resume for a Hall of Fame, but people just look at Cincinnati and they say okay, and they just move on to, and that's thankful. The Burrow Chase effect is they're starting to change the conversation about the Bengals. It's now an organization that you're like, you want to be a part of that. It's been a long time. It's really had been since the 80s. I mean, we had some good teams in the 2000s, but it was really, Boomer and Icky Woods since we've had a really great team. So,
yeah,
I like to do a where are they now on some of these folks, and your number one draft picks. How many times the Bengals go through?
Oh, yeah.
Dan Wilson, John Carter, you name it all. And it's just
sounds like the Browns.
Whether it's a development issue or it's the player. Sometimes obviously the player's got to be in the right system in order to, to do well in this league. And sometimes, you'll see players even back when the Elway days. Remember that? And he refused to go to. I think it was New York. Him and Philip Rivers. I think no, it was him and Manning. Manning and Rivers. And Elway did that, if I remember correctly.
Elway didn't want to go to
the Colts.
I forget where he didn't want to go. Colts, maybe? Yeah.
I think it was the Colts. And then Manning didn't want to go to
Chargers.
San Diego.
Yeah.
And then they got Rivers. And it worked out both well for both clubs.
Yeah.
And I guess waiting on Eli Manning to get elected in the Hall of Fame, too. I mean, he's at 2 Super Bowls. I don't know what they're waiting on. But interesting, nonetheless. So, all right, Jeff.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah, and we'll get you on next time. And thank you again.
Yep. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Jeff.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.
Take care.
See you.
All right, so that was different. I know it's for some of you guys, and I get it. Sports balls is something that's different, and it isn't our name. Sometimes we've gotten way away from it, and we do it in our Patreon, and but we'll dabble in it. We'll still do bourbon, and that's what you all came for. But every now and then, next week, granted, we have Carl Pickett's on, and hopefully. You can talk about his Tennessee days and then talk the Bengals day and what he's doing nowadays. But we'll try to keep it short and sweet for you all. But it's interesting. I know for a lot of us, I know for some of you guys are, like what the heck. But sports to me is a very important part of our lives, and if we can make it a little entertaining for you all, then so be it. And we'll try to get some other sports guests too. But anyways, let's get back to bourbon. And let's talk about that for a minute. Real quick, the Fantasy Football League is full. Speaking of sports segueing, that is correct. So we have 3 leagues, and we're going to go over that in the upcoming weeks as far as what those bottle prizes might be. Moving on to announcement of Barrel Pick, which, by the way, it's hashtag Reds to get into the free duck. And then if anybody wants to join the super chat, Tyler, if you could put that back up, I would appreciate it.
I see what you're saying.
Yep. So our next barrel pick, I talked to Alex over at Fort Hamilton last night. We figured out the details. And I got to be honest with you, that might have been the easiest conversation I ever had with anybody about a barrel pick. I mean, we hashed it out just like that.
Lickety split.
Lickety split. So we're going to do it. He's going to send us samples. I'm creating a team right now, and I'm kind of the way we're going through it, because we're going to make this another virtual one. So this is a little bit different than just all out. Hey, who wants to be on the barrel pick?
Right.
You know, I know a lot of you guys have already been. If you guys could, make way for those people that will never be in this area, that are maybe, on the West Coast or South, that maybe never venture up to here.
Right.
I'd like for paid patrons and who've been with us for a while. I'd like for them to be. Use got juice. I'd like for them to be a part of that. So we're going to do a remote, just like we did the old Rick. We're going to do a remote live stream, and actually this time we'll do a little different. Alex himself said he'll be a part of the. He'll kind of guide us through the pick.
Okay.
It's going to be a rye for the very first time for Bourbon and Ballz.
Okay.
It's going to be like a 6.5-year rye. It's going to be a single barrel out of Fort Hamilton. If you guys remember, we had them on about 3 weeks ago, I believe. They were a blast.
Yeah.
Absolute blast. Their bourbon was a 92 proof, and I thought it was
such a shock.
There was no finish.
Yeah.
So I agree, but the taste on it was really
Very
good,
good.
and it's their own distillate. So anyways,
Yeah.
we're going to have that coming up probably, I would say mid-September, be my guess. And then we're going to run everything through his website. He's agreed to create a landing page with a password for our paid patrons.
Yeah.
And then we'll run that for a while, and then we'll kind of go from there. But it'll be a ride.
I can't
So
wait.
people will be able to order directly through him and not through.
Does Weller need to go out? He keeps pacing.
Oh yeah, well I can't go in the back though. It is like muddy all get out.
Oh,
So I gotta take him out in front here in a second. So anyways,
Ooh, boy.
that being said, we'll speak more about that Fort Hamilton rye. As far as the other barrel picks going on right now, currently we have barrel picks open on our Cedarbrook, on our Cool Pick.
cool pick.
We have a few bottles left on that. And then I spoke to, I think it was Drew,
Yes.
Circle City. Apparently they're having problems, period, with their labels on all their bottles. It's not just our barrel. He says he's got quite a few barrels just in limbo.
Okay.
Just sitting there. So I think it's more of a whoever the manufacturer for the stickers are. So it's not just us. He's pretty frustrated about that. So he'll let us know when he let us know, and then we'll go pick it up in Indy, and we'll get that going. And the Silk Velvet, I need to reach out to them, and also with Bonnet Over Bourbon, we should get a date here before too long on that OZ Tyler. That's going to be a great one as well. And then we'll have this Fort Hamilton, or be our first rye. So those are the barrel picks we got going on. I tried to get Rebecca Creek because I wanted that 10-year.
Yeah.
They operate a little differently.
Jeff got goose.
They operate a little differently. So I don't know if we can do a Rebecca Creek or not. We have one more option.
We got
put
one
that
more
later.
option. Yeah. I'll work
But
on
we're
that
trying to get
tomorrow.
we're trying to get a way to get these samples out to us. We're running into some logistics problems, but working on Rebecca Creek. We were going to do Wenzel. I know some of you guys had mentioned that. I don't think we're going to do them. I got to be honest with you. I think they're too expensive. Let's be honest. I think they're too expensive for what they are. That's just flat out the answer.
Now, do they source or do they got their own?
They source. It's just it ain't. I gotta be honest, it's not cheap. And then they don't distribute, which we are getting away from.
Right.
So I don't think we're gonna do Wenzel. I know My Lemon Green is something I want to do after the new year, and then also we're going to get with Big Bourbon Club, and we're gonna work out some logistics where we're gonna they're gonna help us get with a distributor, and then we can be off and running and doing our own barrel picks a lot quicker, more often. But we still will be very meticulous and very selective on what we do.
Right.
I do not. I just don't want a bad.
Not gonna have too many $250 bottles.
Right.
I know, and I want to get. I want like for instance that Fort Hamilton, that's gonna be a $74.99 product, and it's $15 flat rate up to, I think, 6 bottles, so you can get more as you
Yeah.
want. So I think price wise for a 6.5 year, that will be great. Can I ask you for a humongous favor? You know what I'm going to do, aren't you?
Maybe.
You want to guess?
You have me take Weller out?
Can you?
Yeah, I think he just took off upstairs.
Yeah, I don't want him dropping a deuce.
I don't know. I would just give it some time, Tyler. I think he'll be fine. He'll be fine up there.
I'm sorry.
Just a couple other
God
little,
love Tyler.
just a couple other little announcements before we do it.
The leash is on the coat rack.
As we've already said, next week our guest will be Carl Pickens,
That's awesome.
former wide receiver from the Cincinnati Bengals.
Nice score, man.
Yeah, that was nice. The following week we've got Doc Brown Farm and Distillers. That was Tracy Siliorki
Okay.
recommended them.
Okay, I won't be here for that.
No, you won't. I've already got the samples over there. So that'll be on the 27th.
Wait a minute, I'll be here.
27th?
Yeah. Where will I? No, I'll be here.
Okay. I thought
Yeah.
you were on
No, the 3rd I won't be here.
the 3rd.
I'll be-
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that'll round out the month of August. So
Very good.
Yeah.
Watch Hill proper is this weekend.
yes, it
Yeah.
is.
You guys are heading
we're gonna
down.
go on Saturday. Me, OG Bob.
Yeah.
We're going to Cox Creek as well.
Sweet. You're gonna make
Can't
a
go
whole
down
day
there
of it.
without Cox Creek. So we do have some samples to try. We have some bottles to try. Also on the $5 super chat, guys, for the duck race, the winner gets B&B merch plus.
You already told us.
If the winner is a paid Patreon, you go over to paid Patreon, or I'm sorry, go to Patreon and go see what today's prize is. Kind of like if you know kind of thing. So go check that out. And we'll kind of
Grab one more for
get these pours in a row. Jeff,
Yeah.
I am surprised we got this in the mail.
I am as well, but
I thought we were on their shit list.
Probably still are.
we probably still are, yeah. But Greg Keeley over at Larrikin sent us a sample of their new their rye. It's a 9-year rye, 122.5 proof.
Everything over there is 9 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Did I
That's
do
so
anything
strange.
under?
Yeah.
Everything for the most part is 9.
But it's 30 corn, 64 rye, 6 malted barley. So it's a high
This is
rye.
high rye.
So with that corn, this is probably going to be a little hot.
What is it?
but
What is it again?
30 corn, 64 rye, 6 barley, malted barley.
That's a weird match.
It is. It's very weird.
And is it their own distillate or is it MGP? Do we know?
Just says veteran owned, veteran distilled. I don't have any other information.
Well,
Let's see here. Oh, here's the label. Let's see.
So while Jeff does that, guys, I gotta.
Well,
Samples down.
What the fudge? Holy crap! Sorry, that was Weller.
it says produced and hand bottled by Larrikin Bourbon Company.
Still have to tell me.
Yeah.
So I got a story to tell you all and see what you guys think. So Jeff calls me yesterday, and I'll spare you the details. But this is how our conversation goes. He calls me, and he generally does not call me during the week. Believe it or not, usually just it's Thursdays when we talk.
Oh, we talked during the week.
Well, we text.
Yeah.
But you hardly ever call, which is fine. You know, can we chat? I'm like, oh. What's going on? So Jeff calls, and he's giddy as a schoolgirl. So I'm like, all right, something's up. He's like, all right. He's like, try. You got a second? I'm like, yeah. So we got this opportunity, yada yada. I'll spare the details. Basically, you know, it's about going to a live stream once a month somewhere, and promoting their establishment, yada yada. And he said it's only 25 minutes down the road. I'm like, oh, okay. So you get into the details and all that kind of stuff, and I ask him, it's like, all right, where's that? And he tells me the city, and I go, Jeff, I said, I've lived here all my life. I've never heard of that city. Where's the city? So I put him on speaker, and I look it up on Google Maps, and I'm not kidding you guys. It was an hour and 5 minutes away. And I said, Jeff, I said, there's no freaking way you made it there in 25 minutes. It's impossible. Then I looked at the mileage. Now, mind you, It was raining like a mofo yesterday.
Mhm.
But you also told me you made it there in 25 minutes yesterday.
I made it about 30, 35 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, now it's longer.
Well, no.
You told me 25.
I saw it in the rain because it was pouring down rain. I said it was about 30, 35.
No.
Yeah, because I left my house at,
Oh, here we go.
I left my house at 2:15. My appointment was at 3,
There's no way you made it there. at
and I
2:40.
made it at like 2:40, 2:45,
No,
somewhere in that area.
impossible. So, anyways, let's do some math here, guys. Get out your
He's
phones.
teleporting.
Get out your phones and let's do this. I Google mapped it. It is 40 miles. 40 miles from where we live and where the establishment is. So I'm not great at math. So I asked ChatGPT, and I had Jeff on the phone. I said, according to ChatGPT, Jeff, for you to cover 40 miles in 25 minutes, you would have been going on average 95 miles an hour.
Well,
in the rain.
is that out of the norm?
I said, you got to be. I said, you're, dude, no. So, do you guys notice, for those who are during pregame, the Kool-Aid Man now has a roadmap in his hands.
That's what the road.
That's what we were.
We didn't tip him in.
So, there's no way. It's
All
40
right.
miles.
What do you got, Jeff?
West Virginia Mike wants to know if you drive a DeLorean.
Yeah.
There's no way, Jeff, you had made it from that spot to that spot in 25 minutes for 40 miles. It's impossible.
It says from here, from your house,
Now it's like 55 minutes.
52 minutes.
Okay, but you're telling me you made it 25.
Well, I live
You
closer.
live 5 minutes away from me.
Renstrom says you're an
Damn.
engineer. Apparently, you've perfected teleportation.
Oh,
Dude, and when we
and
go,
Jeff even doubled down. When I sat there and told him there's no way, he's like, well, I guess.
I'm a
I
triple
said,
down.
Jeff, I said, you were going 95 miles an hour. And Jeff goes, well, I guess that's what I was going. And then what's funny about this whole thing, which was ironic, he like screams during the, not really screams, he yells during the phone conversation. He's like, oh shit. I'm like, what? He goes, I almost hydroplaned. I'm like, well, no shit.
Hey, Charlie, I want you to know I survived our drive from Colpick back there.
Yeah. See, I don't drive like you.
I don't know if he was just being on
But
good
you're still
behavior or
sticking to
something,
it.
but
I am because I drive it all the time.
no, when we're in there, we have our Waze on. My Waze reads differently than your Waze.
That's
and
true,
we're in
too.
the
But
same
you're
car
telling me
going
you
to the same
covered 40
location.
miles in 25 minutes.
25, 30 minutes. Yeah. It's all interstate.
Dude, your math is so off.
you got to read that.
What is this thing?
Says I can make that drive in 25 minutes if I'm all pumped up on barbecue food. It's called an ambulance for life flight.
Well, the funny thing is, it is a barbecue restaurant.
It is a barbecue. Anyway,
That is amazing. Yeah.
Anyways, I told
Well
Jeff,
played, Corey.
unless you two disagree, we respectfully decline. I am not making that trip.
If it was closer, it sounded, based on what the details Charlie was
Yeah.
giving me, it sounded like an amazing.
I'm not
day.
driving an
Yeah.
hour. Then we got to set up and tear
Yeah.
down. No, dude, no.
Well, Jeff just drives us there and back. It'll be real quick.
Yeah, it'll be 25 minutes.
All right, Ben, are we coming to the Fort Wayne Bourbon? No, we're not, because we're going to be at I think it's Kentucky Bourbon Festival.
Oh, they do one at the same time.
Or there's a
Okay.
festival going on.
Okay.
Is it this weekend? Whichever it is, we have.
Are you talking about
festival
this
tickets
weekend?
going somewhere.
Yeah,
Interesting.
we're going to Watch Hill this weekend.
Yeah.
Then we're going to
Buckeye Lake, but I think
Buckeye Lake.
whenever it is, I apologize. We'll be there next year.
Yeah, Ben, how many?
So
distilleries
Ben
are
thinks
there?
that you guys should be a panel on the big stage.
Say it again. What's that?
Hat Trick Junkie. I like that one. That's 30 minutes. Hold on, you just quoted Pulp Fiction.
Right? I talked about this. Okay, yep.
That's 30 minutes away. I'll be there. Jeff, you dude. I had to tell that story because, guys, you do your own math and figure it out. But ChatGPT tells me you'd had to go 95, and that's average.
That's an average.
And from his house, the highway, you're going only 40, 45.
Right. Yeah.
That means you had at some point top 100.
No,
He probably was.
no.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Average is 95, Jeff. How would you had to go over 100 in order to average 95 because you're not going 95 through your neighborhood and through the city.
How long does it take you to get to Jungle Gyms in
Holy
Eastgate?
cow.
From my house,
Mm-hmm.
probably 20.
He lives in Cincinnati.
Right. I'm
You're about 20 minutes or so. Yeah.
right. But
Plus
I'm,
another
I am-
25. It's 45. 50 minutes.
I'm pretty close to it.
Dude,
I can.
I
go
cannot believe then they're having a stage with panel. I would love to go, but we already have a commitment, and I forget which one it is, but we do have a commitment. But
Thanks for the offer, though.
we'll definitely be there next year. But anyways, I digress about Jeff's driving habits. That's why it's
All right.
the Kool-Aid man. What are we
What do
trying
you
to
guys think? Larry,
All right, we got this Larrikin rye. Like I said, it's a 122.5 proof, 9-year.
Jeff can
make the
the
Kessler run in less than 12 parsecs.
Yes, he can.
It's you know that that's a good one.
Wow, it's got a really good nose.
Yeah, if Jeff ever offers a drive,
Oh.
do not get it.
I've been sitting over here tasting, and I'd say it's probably one of the best things I've had from Larrikin besides Deep Purple.
Really?
Really. You
I
already tasted it?
for a rye, I thought it was really good. I don't know.
Really.
I would like to have this in the Bourbon and Ballz glass. I get a lot of heat on the nose.
I was pleasantly surprised.
What?
It's pretty good.
Okay,
I must got the vid or something. I can't get anything out of this.
really. All right, Chad, you gotta
All I get is
pipe up here.
I get some heat, a little bit of
like heat's the first
Well, yeah.
thing that hits you.
I'm getting
What's the
heat,
proof on this?
122.
122.5.
This drink's hot.
It drinks
Well, that's
hot
why
and
I figured it was
122.
probably going to because of the high rye and that low
But I
corn.
wonder if it's that rye that I'm getting versus
like
the
pine
heat
needles.
of.
I don't know.
I like it. I think it's good.
It shocked me.
My palate must be off tonight.
It always is.
That's
I mean, I'm not saying it's
on
bad. I just
Oh, Jerry
I don't have an
thinks
opinion
you,
on it.
Jerry wants to know if you got the neck pour.
Oh,
Well, I'm not saying
I'm
it's
just
bad.
getting a lot of
It's just-
heat
yeah,
on the finish.
I'm not getting anything.
I get some
It's
of
all-
that rye.
It's all heat.
I get the mint.
The
A little
rye
bit
minty
of-
on the
yeah,
back
some of
end.
that
I
Yeah.
mintiness.
was getting flavor.
Some of
I was getting
Oh,
But I get
was
a lot of heat on
let's see. Was that Jeff's autobiography book, The Big Red Machine?
it.
Wow.
Is your face?
Yes.
Yes. I'm telling you, I don't know why my face is so freaking red.
It only took you like. All right.
What?
Nothing. Yes.
Yes, Sandy. It was definitely a little different, but hopefully we can sprinkle a little bit of sports in there.
It's
every
not
once in a while.
everybody's jam, and I appreciate for you guys getting
Yeah.
into it. But it's something that we've been wanting to do for a while, and we're gonna bore you again next week. But this is a bourbon first and foremost, and we'll always stick to that. It's just we had an opportunity to get some from Big Red Machine, and then Carl Pickens. I know it's a global thing, but hopefully we'll get some insight on the life of the NFL. So just because the season's coming up,
Right.
things of that nature.
So, what do you guys think of the Rick House review from Channel 2?
Oh yeah. That was
Yeah,
cool.
good.
It was okay.
Good.
Good job.
I'm just kidding.
What'd you say?
I'm just messing with you.
That was good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it was good.
I think we've seen a lot of good feedback on it. So
For those who don't know what we're talking about, WDTN, it's a local news station. They did a bit on Bourbon and Ballz. I'm sure we posted it somewhere.
Yeah, I did.
Yep. It was posted on Patreon and a couple other places.
Yeah, so you can
Yep.
go find it, go watch it. It gives you, we're being interviewed, and it was kind of fun. They did a nice job, and
Yeah.
some of you all in chat are actually on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you see the pictures, they
Yeah.
took some of your
They
pictures.
did,
We saw Harold and Ashley in there.
Yep.
Harold was wearing his big bourbon club.
Yep.
So they advertised that. That was there. Saw other things as far as doing our barrel picks. Some other people.
Gandy was on there.
Yeah, Gandy's
Yep.
on there. So it's pretty neat.
Yep.
So anyways, that being said, all right, let's get through this evening and let's do hashtag Reds. Let's get that roll. roll.
Yeah, Mike. That's right. We posted everywhere.
Jeff posts like no other.
All right.
He's a posting machine.
49 entries.
All right,
Let's get this going.
I was gonna say, give us a second, but never mind.
No.
all right.
He
All right.
doesn't wait.
Hashtag Reds.
All right, and the winner,
Princess approved.
You know what's funny about that is, was it her that accidentally did hashtag was on the wrong screen?
Hashtag pregame.
Yeah, she was on.
I told her to go. That's nice, cool.
Yeah,
it's cool. That she won.
Congrats.
So congrats, you get an extra duck in tonight's race, and you will get Bourbon and Ballz merch. We got new coffee mugs. One says has a coffee mug where it has a.
Well, here I can throw it up there if you want.
Oh, okay, yeah. Show the folks at home.
So that first one says today's coffee rating, not a napkin pour. The next one is there's shit everywhere. Third one is Jeff Pour, where you can see that line should be a little bit higher, but it's there.
Higher.
The fourth one is I wonder what the nut level is on this coffee. So that is our.
And that's what tonight's super chat will win. And then if you're a Patreon, you also get Patreon prize of the week, but you need to go over to Patreon to go see what it is. So if you know.
Oh,
you know.
So she wants number 2, if possible. There's shit everywhere.
Nice.
Correct, but you win a duck is what you've done to get into the super chat in order to.
Oh,
just so
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, if she wins,
she wants
will
number
take number 2.
Correct. That's all we're saying.
We will keep that on.
Yes, we'll keep that in mind. All right. Any other news and notes?
Let's pull up some
you
bottles.
brought some bottles we want to try in honor of Fort Hamilton.
So there is 4 bottles I brought tonight. Not sure if we'll get through all of them, but we'll try to get through at least a few of them. I was able to get the Fort Hamilton single barrel rye and single barrel bourbon.
But you got the regular proof. You didn't get the cask.
Yes. So it is. It's going to be the rye is 90 proof, and I believe the bourbon is 96.
And this is their own distillate.
Yes.
Oh, the bourbon we've had. So all you did is
we had the double barrel bourbon.
Yeah, which
this
was
is
a
the single barrel bourbon.
Yeah, the double barrel was a blend of theirs and MGP, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. And then I brought 2 short barrel. Short barrel picks. Not picks, but one is the new Summer Solstice. The other one is the After Swarm Batch 2.
Summer Solstice. What's that?
That is a short barrel aged in orange wine casks.
Short barrels.
Oh, okay.
Or orange wine barrels.
Sorry.
We need glasses.
No, here I got a few over
here. You got 1 or 20. All right. Is that?
I haven't sent out any of them yet.
I get it. Is this all the same stuff?
No, I'm mixing every other one is Fort Hamilton.
I'm giving you a short glass.
Won't you put on your glasses?
You tried to claim them last week, dude.
Can you read anything? Can you read that?
Actually, it does. It helps out.
You can read right now.
I'm trying to look like Charlie.
You can read out of that right now?
You someday.
You can read out your glasses right now?
Yeah, I'll read out of it.
Okay, I tell you something?
What?
When you went to the bathroom, I licked them.
Weller did?
No, I did.
That's what they stink.
No, do they?
Kidding. No,
you went to the bathroom. I was like, guys, watch this.
You ass.
Tower.
Oh, is that why they're freaking?
They're blurry. I can't believe you can see anything out. Let's get thrown in the bathroom.
Thanks. Thank you, sir.
Ooh.
All right.
Charlie,
What is this?
you didn't pour enough for Jeff.
Yeah.
According to
What's bourbon?
I don't know which one did you pour.
Smell. That's a nice smell.
All right.
I'm thinking
This
this
is
is the
95.
bourbon.
You poured. I don't know which one.
Yeah, it was this one.
Yes, that one.
It was that one. Okay, I'll put that.
So, guys, Fort Hamilton, I know we're going to toss them up. One, we're doing a pick with them, but two, just in general. Watch that episode. I think it was a couple weeks ago. We had them on. Great people. But anyways, they're out of New York, Brooklyn, New York, and their own distillate. At least this one is.
This is a 5-year-old.
Yeah, it's not a blend.
Barrel 648.
Because a lot of their stuff, they started 10 years ago. A lot of their stuff is starting to mature now. It's like 6 years old.
Yeah.
So this is their own bourbon. And if you read his history, he used to be a like a bartender for Milk and Honey.
He has a lot of history in the restaurant biz. Ooh, it smells sweet.
It does smell really good.
good, but it's definitely could be more proof here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can tell that proof is
Yeah,
low.
a little watered down. A little too much water.
I think the finish is longer than the double barrel, though. I think it lasts a little bit longer. I don't think it
It's a
cuts
great
off as
taste,
short.
but it's a good taste, I should say. But it's watered. It's a little bit too watered down for my taste.
Yeah.
There's too much water. I can tell.
It's hitting on all points of my tongue. It has a nice mouthfeel on it too.
Yeah, I wish this wasn't. What is this?
It's 90.
But
Yeah, I wish
yeah,
it
there's
wasn't
not
that low.
much of a finish.
Yeah.
on it.
No, just
It's got a good flavor.
yeah, like it's like half flavor, half water.
Right.
Just saying. I'm just being honest.
What would it be if you just had it at barrel proof?
Oh
Yeah.
man, I think it'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
So I asked about that, doing a barrel proof bourbon or rye. They said, well, if you could, do the rye, we have a lot more barrels of that. They started maturing those because they laid down like the bourbon first. So they're now running out of the bourbon.
Oh, okay.
So, but anyways, we'll try the rye next. But if it's anything like their double oak and this one, again, is a little watered down.
Now, what are these single barrels, Tyler? Like in terms of the price wise?
If I remember, was it 45 to
It
50?
was still in the 45, 50
I
range.
You get
wanna
what,
say-
10% off on your first order?
15.
15%. You know what I thought about? I'm gonna ask him this. I didn't ask him this. If people wait and don't buy any of these, wait for our barrel pick. And
Oh,
they get 15% off.
yeah.
In theory, they do.
And I think it's flat
Very-
rate shipping up to 6 bottles. And I think,
So that would make that barrel pick like
Yeah.
$60 some dollars.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, that's if you can apply it that way. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask him.
Oh yeah.
So, all right. What is this?
now we got to move on to the rye.
That's what you poured in front of you. I don't know what that is.
Then what is that?
I have no idea.
Did you
I
try
didn't-
this?
The bourbon, yeah. I haven't tried the rye yet.
Then what is this?
All right, put it off to the side. We'll get a fresh glass.
So what was that?
I wonder if you poured.
I have no idea. You
It wasn't
probably
Monster?
did.
No, this one hasn't been poured yet.
I don't know what you poured.
I don't know what.
You poured 2.
That's why we don't let
I
Charlie
don't know.
pour.
People in chat can figure out what I poured. I have no idea.
All right.
So this one is the rye.
Here we go. Look. This is the rye.
Yep. Look how dark that is.
So this is what we're going to be doing for the pick.
Yep, this is
That barrel proof.
90. This is 90 proof.
I need one more glass.
I think he told me the cast strength was 20s.
Nice.
120 something.
Oh wow.
Thank you, Timber. Thank you, Shay.
Okay, this is
Was it the Larrikin? Oh,
Oh, did you pour yourself the
no,
Larrikin?
no.
No, you tried the
The
Larrikin.
Larrikin was way hot. So no, there's
Yeah.
no way. I might have poured it twice.
Yeah.
this is a 6-year-old
Yeah.
rye. This one is 90 proof.
So we'll be getting the same age statement, but just cast strength.
Yeah, no water.
And
Okay.
What does he enter it in? At 110, 120?
108 is what I think I
108,
recall.
was it?
Yeah, and then
So I figured if we can do like 115 barrel or 120
Mhm.
barrel, it should be good.
this is pretty decent.
I think you're going to say the same thing as you did the bourbon. Good flavor, just watered down.
It's not as watered down.
No, but
Oddly enough, I know this is a rye. I'll say it anyways. I get caramel out of this. I know
Well,
it's
you'll
rye.
be getting the barrel. So
Yeah, I am.
yeah.
I get more flavor out of this than the bourbon.
I get the mint on the back end of it.
And there is no mash
But-
bill.
Mm.
One of my nose is starting up, so I'm not getting full.
Yeah, let me do it.
You're not touching anything.
I can't believe your eyeglasses didn't bother you. Okay, so I didn't really lick them with my tongue.
What'd you do?
I put my finger and I wet them and I gave it a wet willy.
I think you give it Jeff. You know, wet willy. Go for it. All right.
Maybe tomorrow night or
I don't know if I'm going to be able to fully get these clean. Dude, both of them. You did both sides.
You don't notice it?
Well, I'm trying to clean it. I thought they were clean.
Anyways, I would score this higher than the bourbon.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
too.
definitely.
Wait a minute. How many sips have you had of so far? Jeff Rowe?
I thought you were looking at me. Like,
Huh?
How many sips have you had out of that?
Just one little itty bitty one. I did.
I will say though, if this is 90 proof, I am excited to see what they can do
Yes.
at
No, I
120.
am. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So they're going to give us 4 barrels to choose from. We're going to do a live stream. He's going to come on the live stream
Nice.
with the rest of the team. And again, shoot me for this, but the rest of the team will be hand selected only because it's going to be remote. And I want to get people that have been with Patreon for a while that I know that will probably not be able to come to Kentucky anytime soon. And that have not been on a barrel pick.
Yeah.
I know we did an old Rick remotely.
But this will be
Same
different
shit, but-
only because we only usually get the walkthrough by them. Usually, if you're in an in-person barrel pick, as far as like them, like whoever it is walking you through
Oh, it'll be like
each
a
set.
rep.
But it's interesting that they'll actually our viewers get to see that live
Correct.
as we're doing it. So it's kind of like they get to
Yeah,
watch
and
the
it-
whole experience.
And my guess
instead of
is probably will not
but-
be on one of those Thursdays because we already have a book guest, or we're doing something already. So we'll make it like a special live stream on a different day.
Right.
No, it'll be fun. I just don't know what the date is yet. I think it's probably early September.
Do you
But
think we
anyways.
could do it about like Saturday at about 9:00?
I don't think he's watching.
He is. He's been commenting on
Oh,
Jeff, so I figured I'd throw something back.
Yeah, I'd say definitely do it on a
Yeah,
Saturday at
that's-
9:00.
I don't think really
Yeah.
anybody's doing anything at that point.
Nobody is doing anything on that night. Elijah Craig, thank you. That this rye is a 90 rye, 10 malted barley.
Yeah, the rye,
It's
the rye is good. The
yeah.
legs on it, you can tell.
It's
Yeah, so I can't wait to get this at Castor.
Yes.
yeah. I'd say still like for their price point, still a good purchase. I still feel like they're
Especially with that 50%.
good for
off.
what they are.
Well,
Yeah.
he specializes. That's what he
Mhm.
is kind of the flagship is his rye.
Mhm.
All right, what else we got? Let's
All
try
right,
next.
pull up the 2 short barrels. We got the Summer Solstice, which is a new release, and then the After Swarm. I believe it's
We'll try
batch
this real
2.
quick, and then we're going to do the drawing for 2 things. We got a duck race for the Elijah Craig 21 for those who purchased
Yes.
tickets through Patreon. We sold out through the second tier. And then we're going to do the giveaway for the Patreon prize of the week, and then we get on to the leads.
Yeah.
So this is what now?
Short barrels. After swarm.
Which one we want to go with first
The
here?
Axis Swarm's over there.
Yeah, I got
Right
the
back.
Let's do
Summer
Oh,
solstice.
let's
You,
do summer
you,
solstice.
you may want to do the Summer Solstice last only because, well,
Well, no, that's honey.
true, but that is both of them are
That's a
finished.
honey rye. This
So-
is finished in orange wine cask.
Yeah,
Orange.
yeah.
Let's give that a whirl. I've already had that before.
Choose your favorite adventure.
Let's just do that.
You remember that
Let's just do what Charlie said.
Both.
Just do it. Just do it.
We'll form both.
Winching over there? What are you doing?
Oh, we should. You know how we've tested out doing like behind the scenes before we set up the show? We should have definitely shown
Not today.
Oh,
Charlie was in a
absolutely.
mood.
Yeah, Charlie was a
Charlie about
Charlie
punch.
was an appendage.
When you hear about actors and actresses like throwing fits on set,
Yeah.
I had a bad,
He about punched
I had
our
a bad-
camera
I
out
had a
and-
bad pregame.
Oh, I had to throw a flag out.
oh,
You did.
Keith agreed. If you do the honey first, it will kill the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm going to do orange first.
All right, well, give me another glass because that's the honey, Charlie. I'll put that down.
The
Oh,
glasses
goodness.
are right under there,
Right.
behind the TV,
All right.
because we didn't have enough.
Here we go.
So summer solstice first.
Yes.
You're good, bro. Thanks, man.
Oh, here's glass.
Sweet.
After Swarm, a little hot for
Colonel Charlie.
really.
All right. You already have it for?
Oh, there we go.
Well, this is
West
the
Virginia
summer
Mike says Charlie is a diva.
Yeah.
Just saying.
solstice. You don't. That's the honey.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I poured the.
What do you mean you just? Are you talking about
No,
what
you
you just
didn't.
poured?
Yes, I did. The first one I poured, I thought we were doing the honey first, so I poured it.
I don't think so. All right.
Let Charlie do his
Just
own
in
thing.
case.
Oh, those are two different.
Charlie, Mike says you're. Mike says you're a diva. Just saying.
Jeff.
Absolutely.
Uncoachable.
Charlie's palate is already killed because of all the good times.
You might
Yes,
be
it
right.
is. Chad duck
I
and
don't get
cover.
honey on this other one that you poured me first.
Fucking cover.
This is 100 proof.
I'm gonna try that second.
Charlie about to get stung by the after swarm.
This is 100 proof.
Yes.
What's
Okay,
the
can I
after
smell
swarm?
yours?
I don't like it.
I want to lick it. It's easy.
I don't trust you.
Hashtag lick it.
I just can't do that.
Seriously, no.
I'm just kidding. I didn't touch mine. I just
After swarm. You probably gave me after.
Dude, I did not. I knew that. I didn't touch mine too.
Oh,
I'm just messing with you.
So Sandy has something about the Larrikin rye. It's is an Alberta rye.
Oh,
Sourced.
okay.
Interesting.
So yeah.
I
Pull a greaser move on
which I know
me.
that if I believe Old Rick does an Alberta rye.
Someone else does an Alberta, right?
So Sandy, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe I saw something that Old Rick has an Alberta rye bottle.
Now this has an orange cream,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it-
bourbon whiskey finished in orange wine casks.
No?
I don't get any orange
Really?
on the
I
nose
do.
anyway.
Oh, on the nose.
This tastes like
You
it's.
have to come back.
How much you pay for this?
I have to look.
This is a strange finish.
The first one. is getting
Okay, so
stuck.
here we go. So orange wine is a
Maybe-
white wine
maybe-
by fermenting white grapes
I think
with their skins on.
I got
Um,
orange right on.
No, I did not.
so it's It's called orange wine because of its amber orange color, but it's not orange at all. It's a white wine finish.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
the same.
get the orange.
Yeah.
really.
So it's a
Power suggestion, dude.
And maybe that's what it is. Like I'm thinking, like, all right, orange feels.
Yeah, I'm not getting any.
My
And it-
nose is off.
It does have a weird
Might
finish.
be the worst pour I've had all night.
Ben. Are you getting
Yeah, hat grab. You ain't kidding. If I had a hat right now, I'd switch it.
hashtag lick it? That's
Yeah, Barlow. If I had a sorry,
which knowing that it's a white wine finish, it makes sense.
I don't like it.
But
I don't like porty stuff either.
it's definitely different.
All right,
It's different.
I'm
for
going
sure.
on to the swarm.
Okay. I'm gonna need one more glass anyway.
I can get honey out of it. Just use another glass. Just use an old glass.
Well, that's a rye too, right? The after swarm's a rye. It's not their bee's knees.
Yeah, it's a straight rye whiskey, 110.6 proof.
You know what it is? I think I'm starting to get tired of finishes. I just want to straight down the middle.
You're tired of
These
finished whiskey.
these funky ass whiskeys. I'm starting to get tired of it.
Yeah, so Key says you have to like a wine finish and not just have had a strong rye. For
Yeah,
that-
I didn't like that
yeah.
one, and I don't like this one.
But what do you say about good times though? If you
Well, I
don't
love
like,
me some good times.
See,
you contradicted yourself.
No, that's a fun bourbon. That's
You
fun.
said that you don't like.
I know.
I think
They're
Charlie's
not-
losing his
they're not
credibility,
taking
but
themselves serious.
Did he have any credibility?
I know. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
I'm starting to get. I'm just starting to get tired of finishes. I ain't gonna lie.
What is that?
Real quick, I want you to try something. I want you both to try something. You guys weren't here last week.
Hmm.
Try this thing.
Oh,
Dude, I'm telling
Yeah.
you,
I'm curious to see what you guys think.
this is one of the better things I've tried in the last month.
Old Zach.
Yeah, try something.
But it's not just any old Zach.
That's
No,
kind
this is a 9-year Barton finished in double oak. Now, of course, I just said I like all finishes, but this is a double oak in a stag barrel.
I haven't even done.
You get a clean glass?
Yeah. West Virginia Mike says Jeff is not worthy of that pour.
Yeah, Mike and I had this last week.
Don't let Jeff pour that for himself. Man, they're coming after you, Jeff.
I could say some things, but I'm not gonna be Charlie tonight.
The 9-year Barton finished in double oak and stag
What's the
barrel.
proof on it?
Put on your glasses, Grandpa.
Put on the licked one.
108.
This is one Mr. Vogel saying.
No.
No?
It's
He just
close.
likes the 9-year Barton.
So his is the 9-year Barton. This is then finished in a stag barrel.
Okay.
Can you dump that out? What are you gonna do?
It's got a hell of a nose.
So, which, by the
Can
way,
I see the bottom?
I'm going to Cox Creek. I forget how much this is. I think it's 160.
Again?
I think.
Rare cast finish.
I'm going down to Cox Creek. I may be able to negotiate because they got 24 bottles left. Maybe a price. If you guys are interested, I mean, I'll get you guys some. But you're gonna have to let me know through email, bourbonandballs@gmail.com. And I'm not buying all 24 of them. If 24 of them you guys don't want it, I'm not gonna get stuck with a bunch of these bottles. But if you guys are interested, I'd be willing. You gotta be a patron, by the way. Sorry. Just because of shipping and all that. But anyways,
What was it?
email me if you're interested.
108.
$159 plus tax. So if you're interested, let me know.
Mr. Barlow says, please.
My nose is jacked.
Yeah, don't say it in chat, please. I'm not gonna remember.
Vogel saying with
Email
his
me.
bucks will take 4.
Okay, but don't tell me in chat. I'm not going to remember. I will tell you that. Email me or text me. whatever
Multiple
you do.
people have said Vogel saying will take multiple.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. when you taste a bourbon, it brings a smile to your face.
Yeah,
That's like the next level
I can
bourbon.
tell. Yes, like I couldn't get on the nose. Now, granted,
No,
right,
I couldn't get on those either. You're correct.
right? The nose
Correct.
to
It's
me,
kinda
unless I'm off, like
No.
one of my noses
kinda
is
muted.
jacked. It's kind of muted on the nose. So I was
I mean,
like,
I get a little caramel on the nose, but not a whole lot, right?
no, you're not like
I've had stronger
you can't-
noses.
right. Sometimes you can smell it and be like, all right, that's gonna be a freaking
Right.
banger.
Damn.
On the nose, I was like, well,
Told you.
Damn.
but
See?
on the flavor, wow.
That's phenomenal, is it not?
Damn.
The
I know.
palate to the finish. Wow.
It's got a really nice finish, too.
I know.
Yes, Rick. I believe
Mm.
Charlie and I have that one. The old Rick 11-year that's double oaked in the stag barrel. It's really good. I agree with you on that one.
That's super oily.
That is very, yeah.
But in a
Mm.
good way.
Tyler?
Like
Is it the rare cast finish 11?
I don't know. I got so many damn old bricks.
Wow.
that is 159 out the door or 159.
159 plus tax.
Yeah, it should be 11-year rare cask finish.
Get a
Double oak. Is it double oak?
It is.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I've
That's
I've
that,
never opened it.
back
Oh.
here.
I opened mine.
Wow.
It's worth
getting,
opening.
Getting like a metallic-y.
What, on this one?
Yeah, back to my back end.
Or like the
Yeah, on the back of my tongue, back,
Tongue,
or yeah. But I mean, it's not. I mean, it's great.
it's very good. Yeah. But if you were to describe notes on that,
It's like a Brock's candy.
Mhm.
That's the old brick.
Yep.
11-year.
I get
Yeah.
a lot of wood,
Yeah,
a lot of woody.
on the Barton,
Yeah,
trying to pull out like
Is that blue though?
yeah. You need that, don't you?
Ooh.
Speaking of, how was your anniversary last weekend?
Man.
Anniversary was very good.
You the blue pill off?
I don't need that.
Oh.
But we did go see the Odyssey, and that was very
How
good.
was that?
The Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Movie. I saw it as well.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Here's a funny thing. We got 3/4 of the way through the movie, and it was in the when they were on the ship on the
You
boat.
ran out of popcorn.
No, they were on the boat and they were heading home, and Zeus.
Don't tell me the end.
I'm not, but
Of course, I never read the
where they
book.
battered the ship, whatever. And at that point, we had like an hour and 20 minutes left into the movie. The screen goes black, and we're sitting there and we're thinking, well, okay, it is at night. You know, all the audio is still going. Sat there for a couple more minutes, and the audio went out. Then people started getting up, walking
Were
away.
you in the storm?
Yeah,
Oh, and you didn't know it.
we
because
didn't
you're
know.
in-
Yeah, so
Okay.
you know, I got up and I went to walk out and see what was going on, and an usher was coming in at that time, and he said that they're having an issue with the projector. We're going to give vouchers to come back for another day. Great. Okay. Well, it came back on, and then like 30 seconds later, off again it went. So I got up and went out, and same usher, he said, "Have you got your vouchers yet?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, head up to customer service. They'll give you vouchers."
Did you?
So I got 2 free tickets to come back. Went back, movie started again, and finished out no problem.
Okay.
We're walking out, and there's the usher handing out the more. We got 4 free tickets to
Nice.
come back. I think
There
they're
you go.
$15 a piece.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Oh, you gonna sell?
There you go. Sell on
Scalpel.
Craigslist, man.
See if I can get secondary prices on them.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I like the old Zach better than this.
Okay.
All right. What was that?
This is the old Rick.
Finished in a stag barrel.
Business stack barrel.
I mean, immediately, right when it hits your mouth, you can tell that that's it. That the old Zach's good.
All right, let's get this roll. We got some games to play. Let's get the Elijah Craig. Let's see who the winner.
I
of
got
this
your
thing is.
games.
All right. Let's get this shared.
Oh yes, Ben Gillette. Plenty of one-eyed monsters. All right, and this is for real quick. This is for the Elijah Craig 21-year bourbon with the wooden case. It is nice. Am I right?
This is one
Yes.
that was up for the raffle.
This is the raffle. This is if
Yes.
you're not familiar with it, paid Patreon. They every now and then, if I find like an allocated bottle, I'll put it up for a raffle. Like I may go to Cox Creek on Saturday, get
Right.
an old Zach, and put that up for a raffle.
Mhm.
And it's basically roughly the cost.
Yeah.
Divided by $5 tickets, and that's how many tickets we sell. Roughly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we sold out. Like it hit this. What we generally do is I try to keep it fair. Everybody that's a paid patron will have an equal shot of buying 1 ticket first. I'll let that run for like 24 hours or maybe 48 hours. And then after that, I'll unlock it from top tiers on down. They can buy as many tickets as they want. It sold out the second tier.
Yeah.
So some people bought multiple tickets, but you know what? That's the advantages that you get for being a higher paid patron. But at the end of the day, you only need 1 ticket.
That's right.
You know, take 1 shot. So Tyler,
One
you got all
shot,
70
one
people in there. Is that correct?
Yes, I
great
do.
All right,
And
let's
then
run
one
this
set.
bad boy.
All
Let's see
right.
who wins this prize.
Do we
you want to shuffle?
Yep. How many times?
4.
One,
But like you said
two,
on that Odyssey,
Yeah.
you need to probably brush up on your Greek mythology a little bit before you go watch
Right.
it.
Or yeah.
All right, we're gonna do a foodie race.
Bob said that beforehand. He's like,
Yeah.
hey, I had
Do you have pizza?
yes, sir.
I need something to soak this out.
So I was really hoping you wouldn't say shuffle
I
it
got
21
you, brother.
times.
No, Bob mentioned that, like where he was like, hey, make sure you either read up on the book or know because there's inside things to it
Right.
that you don't.
Right.
If you don't know,
Hey, highlight
you'll still
Ben's last,
get it. Like,
thing.
it's still a good movie, but if you have the context and
You get 2
understanding
free
of Greek
tickets and a senior
mythology and
discount.
Right.
Yes,
Greek
you did.
history.
Like Cyclops. Like, yeah.
West Virginia Mike has an old line
the
rum
Greek
finish in a stag
gods
barrel.
and the
Interesting.
names of them.
That would be
makes
interesting.
more sense.
Yeah.
Second.
Now, I've read the book,
40.
but it was been so long ago.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey, did you hear that Reese, whatever, what's her face?
Witherspoon?
Yeah, she got stabbed.
No.
It's about who are you
Reese,
talking?
what's her name?
Reese Witherspoon?
No, with a knife.
Oh, I'm gonna. Oh,
Dum dum.
Oh,
stupid dad joke.
Boom, boom, boom.
Dad jokes all day.
Dude, I've been telling that at work all day.
And you thought it was so funny.
I
You thought you cool.
People loved
Cool.
it. They loved it. They loved it. All right, 10 seconds left.
Ben Gillette says bourbon on the banks is so much fun when you'll have
I
the
can't
bourbon.
see anything right now. Who's winning?
All right.
There is.
In the
Right.
Keith Glandon.
Are you? shit?
Oh, Mr. Glandon.
I say we have to
Damn,
spin again.
Keith.
No, Keith. Congratulations.
Nice.
Congrats.
Congrats, dude.
Oh,
Rigged.
Jesus Christ. You know what? To be fair, before he gets ridiculed, you guys don't, because he bought he's a top tier patron. So
Well,
as
of
a top tier
course.
patron,
Yeah.
he had equal chances, just like everybody else did.
I know we just
as
mess
far
with
as
him a little bit.
buying many tickets. So don't just like almost like
You had to
Brad
buy the
Brisbane,
tickets.
almost like
Yes.
Brad Brisbane last week or last year, right?
Oh,
Guys, you know,
yeah.
So congratulations, Keith.
Sweet Cindy. Nice win, Cupcake.
And anyways, to be fair, you know,
Congrats, Keith.
yes, congrats, Keith, brother. I'll bring that
Yeah.
to Bourbon on the Banks.
What was it? He finished first,
No, he
second,
did.
third.
No, he did not. Did he? No. Bring up the. No, you know what? I don't want to know. I don't even want to know.
Where's
I
the
don't-
video
I don't
replay? We need a red flag here.
That was not for any kind of super chats, Tracy. We're gonna do the super chats in a minute. That was for the raffle. So you asked if we checked Venmo. We will check Venmo here in a second, and we'll give that to Tyler. We'll run that right
Anybody paying attention to the Bengals and the Lions? The Bengals are winning 16-6 right now with 2 minutes to go in the fourth.
now. As long as no one got hurt, is all I care about.
You know what? I like to see progression, and just even if it's
Yeah.
the season, just moral victory for the Bengals.
All right. We got Tracy. And hold on here.
Are you checking Venmos?
I am. We got Tracy and Rick in this. We're down. Let me know when you're ready. I got Tracy and Rick for my Venmos. Just let me know, Tyler. So, anyways, while Tyler gets the super chat ready, and we're gonna run that here in a second. Congratulations, Keith. I will get that to you, Bourbon on the Banks. The best pour of the night. What was your best pour of the night?
Old Zach.
Yeah, it was mine too.
Number 2.
And if you guys are interested,
number 1. Who's your number 1? Heck.
I know what number 2 was.
I like the old Zach.
Yeah.
My number 2 was probably honestly the Larrikin.
Really?
I don't know.
Okay.
I did.
That's all right.
Mine was
Everybody's
Fort
different.
Hamilton Rye.
Tyler, what was your number 1, number 2?
So I had the old Zach last week, but yes, I would agree that it was it would definitely be a top pour. I would say tonight's best pour. I like the Fort Hamilton Rye.
Yeah, so did I.
That I mean, I was very pleasantly surprised with Larrikin's Rye, but if I was comparing them, Fort Hamilton,
I would bet
win.
you that if we got that in cast strength, it would be the
Oh yeah,
If it was much higher
Yeah.
proof, yeah, because it's only a 90 proof.
yeah. I was very pleased.
That's,
Yeah.
I mean,
that's my.
I do like the After Swarm and the Summer Solstice. That was my first white wine finish,
Oh, I
so that
like
was
either one of
it was a little. I didn't expect it.
I don't
I'd say I prefer more red wine finishes than white wine,
Right.
but
Well, maybe it's something those were fresh cracks. So maybe we have to let them open up.
Yeah.
Let them air a little bit.
but yeah,
I was really surprised. I was really surprised at how, I wouldn't say bad, but how uneventful the After Swarm was. I mean, it was just bland. It was just, I don't know. Maybe like he said, maybe that high rye Larrikin messed with the palate, but I didn't get any honey. I don't know. It was just
Well,
weird.
I wonder if the rye is overpowering it. But if you've had short barrel,
I've had short.
bee's
Yes.
knees,
Yeah.
But if you had bee's knees, it's usually it can be super honey forward, where almost you have a polar extreme of the opposite end.
Wow.
So I don't know.
Hey,
I thought it was.
we had some upgrades. I forgot to mention. I think Ashley and them upgraded.
Yep, she did.
gotcha.
We're gonna have to fix that. in the super chat, please. They get ducks now.
Do you know how many?
They did Fanatic Sipper.
Mr. Tanko said he
They
got the
get,
10-year-old Balboa rye from New Riff last weekend. He said
They
it's
get
phenomenal.
one extra
Is
duck.
it? Really?
Yeah, they get an extra duck every week now.
We got that here too, don't we?
No, just Ashley. They get an
Well,
extra duck
yeah.
every week.
We do have
We got the 10-year Balboa rye, right?
Oh, let's try that.
Yeah, because Tanko said it's
Tanko.
phenomenal.
Oh, really? Shit. Where's that? Oh, it's up there. My arms don't reach. We got long arms. What the?
All right, we're good. We're good.
All right, brother. Are you
Come
done,
on.
Jeff?
You got the T-Rex arms going. I can't reach.
You're like the giraffe, though.
No, yeah, no, I'm not. I'm the giraffe.
All right, let's try this Balboa rye.
Inspector
Did you hear me,
Gadget.
though? You get Ashley.
Yes. And I'm ready for Venmos whenever.
I got Rick
Well,
Miller down for 2.
Weller's ready for pizza.
Silly Yorkie down for 2.
What's up, buddy?
Jeffro.
I did not get any Venmos this week.
They don't like you.
That's fine.
You said Tracy for 2?
Yeah. Let me check my PayPal.
Your Balboa, sir. There's your Balboa. You got a glass
Appreciate
over there. For
So this is their 10-year Balboa. They've not.
So here's what it is. I asked the guy.
you asked the guy?
I asked this. You know how we did the headliner?
Yeah.
This is the leftover barrels of the Balboa rye.
Okay.
So they have leftover to blend, right?
Yeah.
And then all equal out. So instead of them kind of wasting it, or not really wasting it, they went ahead and bottled it at $3.75.
That's why.
So it's a 10-year Balboa
Oh my
rye.
God.
Their normal Balboa rye is not 10 years. So this
That's
is
what I
a
was
special.
going to ask. In their Balboa, they don't put an H statement on their
Oh,
traditional Balboa.
The nose on
did you
it is
smell this?
amazing.
Yeah. This is the best nose all night.
This
Holy
might
Dude, I love their regular Balboa. That
Holy
was
crap.
like,
Dude,
honestly,
smell this
like
thing.
Yeah.
out of New Riff, that was like
Holy
mind
Moses.
blowing.
I think the nose might be better than the headliner.
Oh,
It's close.
I think you're
can
right.
see where it's blended.
what a
Just 'cause-
nose.
Oh,
That's
What,
good.
what proof are we at here?
Look at the color on it.
112.3
This is
proof.
in your face nose.
Wow. And this is
color-
probably
the
sold
color's
out.
Amazing. mean,
I get like a dark burnt caramel.
Oh man.
Holy Moses.
Almost like a toasted marshmallow.
Right. It's not, this is
Mm.
not like a rye.
Uh-uh.
If you were to tell me this was the Balboa rye, it would have been like, nope.
This is like a
Worth my
freaking
Could we say like a s'mores? Because I get kind of like a graham cracker.
yeah.
It's like a burnt like toffee.
That's like super charred. In a good way. Wow.
Oh
It's not
man.
as good as the old Zach.
Oh, I don't know. It's got to have better nose than old Zach.
Better nose than old Zach, but not as good as old Zach. That's my opinion.
No, I agree. Old Zach
Mm,
had a better mouthfeel,
I don't know.
in my opinion.
I'm with
I'd say it's
Tanko.
really
This is
good, though.
phenomenal.
I get pine. Oh, piney. Not
Oh, yeah,
not
that. This tastes like a bourbon to me.
no.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
It's not that rye spice hot. You know, it's just
It's not hot. It's like that Larrikin.
It's not hot like Larrikin.
Larrikin,
You don't get the ethanol
yeah.
like you do on
This is
Larrikin.
much better than that Larrikin.
This is
yes, it
It
is.
kicks the shit out of
better
Larrikin.
I don't know, I-
than Larrikin.
I still see it as a rye.
No, it's a rye.
Definitely,
It's
definitely.
piney.
I know.
It's not
But it
minty.
seems
but it's piney.
watery.
No.
Like, it's like it doesn't have.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
it's
as thick.
darker.
I don't know. Just on the mouth.
No, it's piney.
I mean, still really good.
All right,
I'm
can we
not
roll
saying
this
it's not
thing?
good. It's still a great freaking.
People in
bar.
chat are saying that they sent you Venmo, dude.
I don't have any.
Will you quick? Can you check your app? I
I
hate when you check. Your,
I did check the app.
check your app. Percentage.
And I would say the finish on this. It's really good.
Yeah, even Ben Gillette
So
said.
that's good.
Scroll down. He sent 2.
It just
To you,
keeps
buddy.
going.
Bourbon Balboas and Balls.
I got it. Sandy Jones looks like she paid 10.
Go in activity.
I-
That's how you do it. Transactions.
bro.
You just no. You missed it. Go to transactions. Transactions.
Thank you.
What have you done?
Ah, damn it. Charlie's so smart.
Dude, you're the guy who says you can go 40 freaking miles in 25 minutes. You're so cool.
All right. Sandy, give her 2.
Mhm.
No, roll.
C.A. Scotty, give him 2.
Dude, we would have had a mutiny in our hands if he did this stuff. We did good.
And what was the second one? Sorry.
C.A. Scotty, 2.
Okay.
Corey, give him 1.
Super oaked.
Elijah Craig, give him 2.
Sorry.
Elijah
Just a little
Craig?
bit.
And
Give him a chance.
CJP
Those
had
are-
anime.
huh?
CJP had,
1. Corey, yeah, 1.
and then you said Elijah Craig had 2.
And that's all I got.
There need to be like employee evaluations every year on Bourbon and Ballz.
Yeah, we do.
I'm the boss, so don't even. I don't get an employee evaluation.
Yeah. You will get an evaluation.
No,
Uh,
no.
but as far as Silly Yorkie, I did not get anything from Silly Yorkie.
I did. Okay. And I told him earlier here he has it listed. What are you all whatever?
We got it. We got it.
Okay.
That's what it is. We're good. We're good. All right, Tyler,
Take a note.
rock and rolling there, brother.
What are you doing, Tyler?
It freaks out every so often. There we go.
Hey, where did you have to order this, or was it like pickup only?
It's
Have
pickup only. They're sold out, dude. They only have
Right.
like
I know
20.
they're not going to have it. But
No, they
like,
don't have it
Was
more.
it like online or
No, I just
was
happened
it
to be in their
only
gift shop.
at the gift shop?
Only at the gift shop. It's almost as a one-off.
Yeah.
They only had like 20 bottles.
Okay.
Wow.
Damn, look at you.
That's what I'm saying. I got Gandy one.
According to this, they had 540.
Did you get Gillette?
That's why I'm double checking. Make sure I got everybody. Yep. Okay, I need to get his last one.
And then
No,
did
that's
you
good.
get
That
Barlow?
don't throw off for
Yes.
me. Like my what is the top?
Hey Ben, does anybody ever come up to you and say, "Hey Ben,
That does not taste like a rye.
the
That is not
Ben
a
is the
traditional
best"?
Bubba.
What's that commercial? Gillette, the best the man can get. They ever get
Razor?
yeah, they ever go to bed and say,
The best a man can get. Is that should be Ben's tagline?
"Yes."
It's like what?
What?
So man can get
It's Ben.
Ben. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I love Ben.
All right, so let's go through these super chats real quick. Dave Ogle saying, "Thank you for that." Hashtag Cubs.
You know what? At least you guys will make the playoffs. That's all I gotta say.
John Morgan, Roll Tide.
Oh, I can't wait to football.
Oh man.
John, thank you for
starts.
that.
Hey, John, thank you, brother.
Jeremy Dirks, cheers.
Hey, your last week's winnings are going out
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yep.
We just finally got it put together.
Gandy Road, Godes Reds, Bengals, and FC Cincy.
Thank you.
Cheers for that. Jay Cornett, Pete Rose for Hall
Amen,
of Fame.
brother. Amen.
Jackie. There we go. Pete
David
Rose.
Tanko.
And thanks, guys, for
He's
hanging
mean.
in for this sports thing. It's a different
Yeah.
night. I understand that, but honestly, thank you. I know we kind of probably went off the rails a little bit with the sports thing, but I mean that's who we are, and we like to bring it back just a little bit, but we won't bore you too much.
No, we'll do once a month.
If that,
Yeah.
It's good to change it up.
Yeah. I mean,
Like
yeah.
so
You know,
there you
I'm
go.
talking with, we got, well, I'm not going to
No,
do it.
don't do that.
No.
They're
But-
fragile. Tanko, thank you.
That's
very
just
much.
freaking
Yeah,
Asian.
Tanko, smack
ahead.
that like. Northern Kentucky Dog, cheers. Thank you for that super chat. Ben Gillette, I need a Jeff pour. Everybody needs a Jeff
Dude,
pour.
Right.
You guys
Dealing with that man right there, you need a Jeff
oh,
Ford.
You know what?
if you win, brother, you'll
You're
get
the
you can
most
get
mean person. Mean. That's a word.
Meme.
I think
Person
it
on
is.
YouTube. You are the poor guy, Jeff Poor. You're the Kool-Aid man.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're Rand McNally. with the freaking maps. I'm just saying.
Don't forget Snowman.
You are the snowman.
Oh, Grimace. He's Grimace.
Grimace.
Dude, you got
Oh.
so many freaking nicknames. It's not even funny. You got like 10 nicknames.
The people love me.
Man, the people only love my bush. Man.
That's right.
We got
You got a bush. You got a bush.
If you only trimmed it.
Denver, thank you very much, brother.
Yep. John Shake, let's get a duck. Yep. Crappie Cat, go Red Legs. Ben Gillette, Charlie wants Old Rickles.
Oh, I love old Ricky.
Whiskey Nose, great stream. Cheers, guys. Thank you,
I don't know
Marty.
about that, but thank you anyways.
If you're a Reds fan,
Chris
Yeah.
Barlow, in honor of the team I remember from my youth,
Yeah.
then
See,
rooted
I can
for.
see it.
Rooted for.
1990 team. Pay homage
Here we
to
go.
the 1990 Reds.
Ben Gillette, Jeff, IT manager.
No. You know what? Put SH in front of that, then that's what he is.
There's shit everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's hard to. I mean, I love the
All right.
Reds from the past, but it's like you connected with when it was your era,
right?
right? Like if
It,
you were
it
there,
is so
All
hard
right,
to
4
get.
times. Let's get this night over.
It's
you
so
can
hard
see
to.
the yep, you can see the clips.
1, 2, 3,
you can
4.
see it, and it's amazing. And I'm like,
And remember,
It's
guys,
only a
if
live
a
game,
non-paid Patreon wins tonight, we're gonna keep on running it until a paid patron wins.
Yes, and the winner will get to guess the Gandy lockbox.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right.
All right.
Man, dude. I'll turn that off.
Sorry about that.
Thanks to Patrick. I think it was last week. Was it Patrick?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, dude, he almost had a clean sweep.
But going back to the Reds, I mean, it is for me since the strike back in when was that, mid '90s, when they had the strike and they didn't have the World Series, they were playing with basically scabs. That was the end of it for me as far as for MLB. I mean, I was a big Reds fan, Pirates fan. I was a collector of the baseball cards and all that kind of stuff. And when that happened for me, it was, done. And it's been hard to get back. And now they're talking about another, basically no season.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to do something as far as this salary cap thing, because the Dodgers it's just getting out of hand. But for the Reds, I mean, I was coming back, but now it's like it's so hard.
No, it's hard for you.
It's hard.
No, and thank you, Jeff, for booking that show.
No,
Yeah.
and Carl Pickens, brother.
All right, 10 seconds left.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 seconds left. Here we go. We got Elijah Craig is in the hunt. John Slimlight is
Oh,
in the hunt.
yeah. We have a few that are coming up. Patrick.
3 seconds. Patrick.
Oh.
Winning a lot.
Oh,
Way to go, Patrick.
Patrick
Man.
has a secret sauce.
Dude, he's been on a roll, dude. He almost had a clean sweep.
All right.
He should be able to get the lock boxes.
All right. So, Patrick, you are a Patreon, so we will not be running this again.
And then, Patrick, what is the lock box code, my friend? If you want to go to chat real quick. Man, Patrick's on a roll. No soup for you. Come back 1 year. All right, Patrick. What do you got for a lock box code?
Shout out to Mr. John Shank for Patreon. New member.
All right, Patrick says 423. The answer
Thank you,
is
John.
a negative, Ghost Rider. It is, you got 2 of the numbers correct. However, it is higher. So we move on. All right, any lasting words before we you'll put the meets in the chat?
Next week, tune in, another sports night, but Carl Pickens. It's Carl
Right.
Pickens.
Former NFL player.
You know what? If you love NFL football,
Yeah, and we'll get him
and if
going.
you're-
Yeah. And see what the state of the Bengals, state of the NFL.
Yeah, again, I told him when I was talking to him, I was like, we want to find out what you're doing, what you've been up to, talk about your career, but I also want your thoughts on the current team and what you think they'll do this year. So
Yeah, very good.
we'll see where it goes.
Jeffrey, thank you for this week's guest. Thank you for next week's guest. Thank you, Tyler, for producing the show. Chad, thank you. Thank you, everybody. I don't say it enough times. Well, I don't.
No.
We kid a lot. We kid a lot.
We do. We have a lot of fun. I mean,
We all love
if you
each
watch the Channel 2 thing, we talked about that. You know, we all play off each other. We
Right.
hit each other's buttons, but it's all in fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know you love somebody when you can.
Yeah.
Easy. I would.
I love you, Charlie.
I'd back that up.
Um,
All right. that
watch
being said,
your proper this weekend.
Yes. We'll do some
Alright.
posting and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I have not, Tyler, I'm sorry, I have not updated the Patreon. Because there were some movements over the last week, people upgrading, things like that, including the McAdories. I apologize, but our outro needs to be updated. But that
Alright.
being said,
All right.
let's take
I'm
that.
Tyler.
All right.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Chad.
I'm Charlie. We'll see you guys next Thursday, brother.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
All right, see you guys.
See you. There's shit everywhere.